anti-social, I ain't friendly like DJ Khaled. Had to shoot a nigga that I was getting money with. He was moving like Kevin Hart, niggas start doing funny shit. Money coming up missing, he got a new rollie. Said a bitch got it for him, that's what this nigga really told me. Stupid nigga stealing like he couldn't get it from me. So I had to do him like Nino did G Money. I'm really from the trenches, used to hang out with all the robbers. They don't promote my music cause I be dissing all the bloggers. I'm the industry's bad guy, I'm okay with that. They say the truth hurt, they hate how I be stating facts. They ain't ready to die like Biggie, I hit them up. All eyes on me like Tupac, I don't give a fuck. I was at the bottom trying to get it when niggas hated. Now I'm up a few M's off of music and nigga made it.
Like, I ain't like these fake gang bangers, I'm really valid. They saying you a thug, but I'm north, you a source of silence. Had the DP, the little homie I'm hanging with. He shot the whole crowd, I ain't even gon' aim and shit.
I ain't like these other rap niggas, I'm really valid. I'm anti-social, I ain't friendly like DJ Khaled. Had to shoot a nigga that I was getting money with. He was moving like Kevin Hart, niggas start doing funny shit.
Like, I ain't like these fake gang bangers, I'm really valid. They saying you a thug, but I'm north, you a source of silence. Had the DP, the little homie I'm hanging with. He shot the whole crowd, I ain't even gon' aim and shit. The little homie died like, why would he hang with us? I hit him with the tech, left him wet up, no angel does. You said you getting money, need a piece like I'm Gandhi. And on my little homie strap, something like car seats. My whole city cripped out, looking like Long Beach. Spinning circles on the block, leaving smoking like car meats. It's Grammy Grand Project, so we sitting by palm trees. I'm flying out to Cali, just smoking some bomb weed. I mail back a pack, touchdown with some corn peas. 50 bags of coke, still stuffed in my long sleeves. Fetty in the paper when you serving them wrong fiends. I leave it stretched out like you play for that wrong team. Damn, a fly wrist, bad bitch in the spark kid. That's a drone and good warnings, play the corners with fried eggs. It's 3150, been my building since 96. Like what you ever did in this game besides ride dicks. Rappers ain't real, but y'all talking that fly shit. I'm a buffer from Peru, so you know I get pies quick. My pies flip, the yay 8 boogie like hybrids. I mean what I say what I mean on my live shit.
Actually really living his lifestyle. Light boy.
Enzo, Robbie, so slow, big side.
Oh, what's going on, y'all? Got some boxing to talk, man. Waiting on OG Live. Hope OG Live can pull up. He handling some business. He called the time, but then he get a call. It is what it is, right? So
Let's get this money.
Well, could be exclusive anyway, right? He's setting up some business, but the business includes this right here.
Yeah, nigga. Shit, rock star shit. Radiohead and all them niggas, all them fly names. Yeah, Green Day. Van Halen, Metallica shit. Yeah, Ozzy. Shout out to Ozzy. Yo, hey yo, Wallows Chris, the duffel bag got a straight meal. Black Onyx dice, I'm off in the grill. Party and bullshit, the gun got a full clip. Stop running your trap, you get capped for that new slip. Triple goose, look like an OJ glove. And them Gucci seats in the jet is nothing but love. Push cover soft, I'ma burn a half an ounce in the Skylark. Ice cold Dos Equis, I don't fuck with the land shark. AMG Bach with the glass steering wheel. Petrified wood dash with a crystal windshield. White tires, gold diamond flakes in the paint jar. Shit so sexy when you look, you get your dick hard. Impeccable, I'm more than intellectual. Dog throwing dawn that'll stir fry your vegetables. Tone candle, murk your grandma. For them dead presidents, you should never bite the hand, Paul.
All right, Wu-Tang style. I could still remember it clearly. Do tell me, your father was a good Wu-Tang martial expert. There's not many who can match up with him. Even the 10 Tigers find him very hard to tackle. That game is one man league.
Bijan Chow, I've been waiting here for you.
Yo, Wu-Tang, I'm razor sharp like jump stars. Killer bees, swarming attack, one call from rag guard. Plug in Haiti, I'm speaking prices of brand store. Take a couple keys with thighs and put the pants on. I'm never dry on my block. You spot a sandstorm. Drop a couple dollars on customs and where we land strong. 50 grand on your hat, and now your man's gone. I'm in the beacon, I set it off on the dance floor. Homegirl smuggling drugs, stuffed in a tampon. 30 cops out in LA, they like the rampart. OG brilliant box, we call it handoff. I'm in the Hamptons, half baked through dancing. My diamonds dancing, desert storm like ransom. Ghostface and RZA connect, I make the anthem. All my hoes full with that bread, they throwing tantrums. Who the champions, Hall of Fame and Canton like.
Thank you. We have only 35 chambers. There is no 36. I know that. But I want to create a new chamber. And what would that be? Shaolin skills confined here. In my view, that's a great pity. You must shake off.
Salute, man. Salute. We in here, man. So, like I said, the next 2 weeks of boxing will be interesting. We'll get some answers, I guess. We may get some answers, y'all. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Oh, man. Hey, you see that? Oh, shit. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. AC's fucked up. AC just sent me a message. Oh, listen. Niggas got some shit going down, right? Because we fuck with the Omaha boys. They our brothers. We fuck with them, right? But body work in the building was good. Salute. We fuck with them, right? But I haven't seen much of Pacheco, right? I'm not gonna lie. Like I fell asleep on the fight or didn't watch it. I didn't think he was like that, right? So I kind of fell asleep on the nigga. Literally fell asleep on him, right? So I'm picking Soko, right? I'm just picking Soko. Like I've seen Soko fight, so I'm picking Soko, right? But I just don't think Soko's just gonna go in there and whitewash the damn kid, right? And then I don't think Soko is like there's two ways that Canelo fights Soko. Because he's a sturdy enough name, but don't nobody know him and he's gonna avoid somebody else. Or if he looks totally bad. Canelo's not gonna fight him if he gets the fucking whatchamacallit. He's not. So I think Soko should, I mean, winning this and putting them in line. We don't know how long Canelo gonna hold these belts. I don't know, man. So like, I mean, it's a great fight for him. He can beat the guy, you know, teach him a lesson, get a great payday. But I mean, Soko's 35, 36. He got maybe 1-2 more years. What you think, HC?
Bro, I already told you, man. I watched that interview.
The press conference?
Yeah, the press conference and stuff like that, man. And I saw something that was, for me, completely out of character for Soko. I mean, like
what, all the talking?
Yeah, I'm like, bro, don't nobody give a fuck about your past at this point, man. You basically here. I wouldn't get in front of a bunch of investors that's talking, you know, whatever, and I'm gonna start telling them, you know, all this other stuff. It sounds like you're trying to build in a moral the moral victory. That if you rock him, then yeah, people. Oh, but So Cold, he from the gutter. You ain't see that press conference where So Cold laid it down, bro. That shit was real, and he went out there, fought his heart out. Yeah, he cracked him and everything, but you know it is what it is. Oh, that's the moral victory right there. I got it. I got it.
Yeah, you go get the moral joint.
You got to plant the seeds for that. You feel what I'm saying? And I just felt that was highly uncharacteristic of So Cold. I was like, whoa.
I never seen that. Well, I'll be real with you. I've never seen too many press conferences of him, but Bomac and them going back and forth and shit like that, like the shit talking. I seen that before, but Blue was talking about last night. Blue Hustle was talking about how they like, and then people went back and watched it. I seen WCS this morning, and he was asking, did he mind fuck Pacheco already, right? So on one note, I'm like, that's good. But on another note, I'm like, are you planting them seeds because you want to throw him off his game a little bit? I mean, it's all part of the game, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's all part of the game, but what are you doing? Like, and then I watched highlights on Pacheco, but that don't give you the whole fight.
I watched, I'm gonna be honest with you, I watched probably 3.5 of his
of his fights
out of all of them and shit like that, and just the ones that look like they had a lengthy amount of time. You feel what I'm saying? Because some, you know, the fight didn't last too long or whatever. I just wanted to see the ones where he went the distance. You feel what I'm saying? Where he didn't get the stoppage and shit like that, just to see, you know, other things outside of getting the stoppage. And when I looked at those fights, I was definitive. I was like, yes, he just can't. This is your glass ceiling right here. You still gonna be a great fighter. I think you still gonna be viable in the 168-pound division and shit like that. I believe you're gonna walk away with a moral victory. You feel what I'm saying? Because people want to see So Cold. So Cold is he has that thing that make people want to see him. Regardless of knowing his background story, they still want to see him. So, you know, win or lose, people still gonna want to see So Cold out there fighting.
He got a good name. He's always gonna look flashy. And
he's always coming to fight.
He's coming to fight. He's coming to fight, bro. He's gonna give you everything on the way to the ring. He looked like a motherfucker that's ready to fight. He getting ready to goddamn fight, and he wants to fight. And if you don't want it, we know the outcome. So
yeah,
he's capable. Like his name will pop up for a card, but will his name start? Will they start finding fights for him, or will they be looking for him to test their fighter?
And that's where it's more so looking for So Cold, because the one interesting aspect that I saw between all the people that break down fights and some of the heavier commentators, they're like, you know, they've already put it out there like this. They're saying, if you can't beat So Cold, you will never beat a Canelo Alvarez.
Pretty much same style.
You feel what I'm saying?
Pretty much same style, yeah.
This is the undertow of the talking point going into this fight. And I just saw all of these type of videos this week. It's like everybody trying to talk about, I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people trying to talk about this So Cold fight. You feel what I'm saying? Because I think this, you know, they're like, wait a minute, that was real?
It snuck up on us too. Like, well, it snuck up on a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely.
About it. It snuck up on.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers who weren't talking about it. That fight snuck up on them, and the fight, and they like, damn, like, listen, last night, with this morning, motherfuckers was like, nah, man, the fight is tomorrow. No, nigga, the fight is happening in a few hours with NUA. No, it's tomorrow. All right, cool.
Yeah. No, that fight happened. That fight happened already.
Yeah, wait till Saturday morning when you still think it's Friday. Wait till.
Yeah.
Where's the fight? Nigga, fight happened.
I'm already seeing highlights of the fight.
I got no respect for him because you didn't fight the guy you were supposed to, And the guy you fought, who the fuck was he?
Yeah.
And he looked like he knew the program. Come in there, get your ass whipped, and you're gonna get paid. That's it. I don't know. And I'm not, listen, bro. I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. to watch you, my nigga. I don't give a fuck, my nigga.
Yeah.
I'm not waking up at 3 to watch your fight, bro. I gotta get up at 5, 6 to get my kids ready to go to bed, nigga. So I watch the playback. I'm not paying for that. And I got ESPN Plus. I'm not watching that, bro.
Yeah. I hear you, bro.
Like, he ain't got nowhere he can go. He go to the Philippines or somewhere where the time ain't so bad. Like, nigga, that's a whole 8-hour time frame, my nigga. You on the other side of the world. Fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm. No,
12-hour time frame, bro. No, my nigga.
Yeah, I wanted to get on Gooch panel and everything, but I was knocked the fuck out, man.
Bro. And I was like, yo, bro, nigga, we waited to get on this panel for a week. And you talked for over an hour. Like, nigga, I was dozing off in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Word. Luckily, I had took a nap and then woke up because I didn't know if I was going to go live or not. But then I was like, you know what I'm saying? Luckily, I took a nap. Like, damn, nigga, because, like, I don't, like, niggas don't be, I be trying to, like, get the time right so everybody be good. Nigga, when you going on and it say it's 8:15 for you, it's 10:15 for me, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm running around putting them nigga go to bed. And then niggas be up here, I be like, you know what? I'm about to jump off this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Because if you're going on that late, but then you like your viewers is coming from like the Eastern and the Western, like nigga, the Western niggas is good.
Yeah.
It's still sunlight where they at. They're not us.
It's early where they at. Y'all got 3 hours. Shit, where I'm at, it's 3 hours ahead of y'all. So,
like I said, sometimes when I be watching Black and Brown boxing and the weekend shit, I have to take a nap on Friday if I don't go live because I know that he gonna start around my time 10, 11. But I'm like, nigga, but then I'm like, oh, he just probably got off work, got home, he got a brand new baby and shit. You know how that go. Yeah. So by the time he get, it's probably 8:39 where he at. It's almost, 10, 11 midnight over here when he starts. So if I'll take a nap, wake up, and then be like, oh, okay, they still on.
Yeah.
But I just hit Gooch up because I hit Gooch and Ohio up because it's a lot of boxing going on. A lot of boxing.
Yes, sir.
So
coming up and going on.
We're gonna get some answers in the next 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, we're gonna get some fucking answers. So tomorrow we're gonna get an answer.
Yeah.
We're gonna get an answer. And then a week after that, we're gonna get some answers.
Yeah. Yeah. At least for me, there's 2 people I'm looking for answers from. You know what I'm saying? I watched the after the press conference. This was the most realist and honest I've ever heard from Eddie Hearns, and I only wish that he spoke like that about Boots and shit like that. But when he
got
was
humbled, I think last year humbled him.
Yeah, that's what because
him and Oscar having a conversation, and I bet he was just like, you know what? It's gonna be a new Eddie this year.
He like, yo, listen,
I just seen him fucking with Floyd and Bud on some shit. So
yeah, and that's another Eddie. Part that's another dynamic. Like, bro, y'all niggas is really acting uncharacteristic, bro. Y'all nervous over here, man. Where's all this nervous energy coming from out of being?
You gotta let it go, man. Stop trying to be so tense and tight and trying to. So listen, let that shit flow, man. Nigga, either he gonna win or he ain't.
Yeah,
I already lost. There's nothing I can do unless I lose every fight this damn year. But I got my ass kicked last year.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, bro, it's like this. Eddie was talking like, look, I'm willing to do what I need to do for these young fighters. But at some point you gotta understand you're gonna run into your counterpart, and that's gonna say whether or not you're really that guy or not, whether or not you're really the guy that moves forward and becomes what the boxing community is looking for, or you don't. And I was just like,
I think Eddie Hearn. If he can, him, I don't really know about Oscar. Oscar doing his own thing. He's in it. But Eddie Hearn could be the next new like promoter guy that guys are gonna fuck with, right? Because he's gonna be the mouthpiece, right? And he has the link to the money. Because I seen some other shit where Eddie said, nigga, if it comes down to it, and he was like, and if I gotta clean the Turk's shoes for shit to happen, like, I know what I am. I know what I got. You niggas don't know, like, I'm a millionaire. My father's a billionaire. There's a bunch of trillion billionaires over here, bro. Like, I know what, like, listen, nigga, if I got a goddamn bow down, nigga, you will too. You will too. At the end of the day, if we gonna pay everybody to be under one entity, or everybody fuck with each other, so it's no more cross the street bullshit and we don't get the fights we want. I mean, everybody gonna get paid good money. You're gonna get paid what you're worth. You're gonna earn, like, I mean, what the fuck? I mean,
his requirement is just to show up and show out. If you don't,
some fighters
don't get on the regular rotation, whose fault is that? It's not me, it's you.
I think some fighters' mentality is that, because like the tank shit, right? And certain niggas' mentality is that, and they didn't go over there in time, or they didn't go over there first because they want to look thirsty, but then they pride kicked in, so now they like, I'm not about to go over here and prove myself again to somebody when I think I should be like getting this, that, and the third or some shit like that. So I'm not saying I agree with this shit like that, but it's a slippery slope, man. It's a lot of money being made, and it's a lot of money being hid from shit like that too. Cause what they telling us is a flop, you still make money off of that shit, nigga. You still make money off 190,000 goddamn pay-per-view buys for Bud Crawford because motherfuckers was only paying for ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
So if they sold it on ESPN Plus and you tried to run that shit, you still made some money, but you ain't make enough that you couldn't fuck him over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's why I be like, I'm like, the Turk gonna make sure that you come over here. Listen, you're gonna fight on this. You're gonna fight on the prelims, which is gonna be on YouTube. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be paying you. But then when the card switches and you have to pay maybe $20, and I think all that money probably will go back to the fucking the $20 pay-per-view probably go to the fighters.
Uh-huh.
If he want to make his money back, his money will come back from the gate because he paying everybody flat out. Listen, I don't think, like, you may get a percentage, but I don't think you get none of that gate if you fighting in fucking where they at, and they got, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, that whole shit full, 90, 100,000 people, 70,000 people. You playing in front of the Super Bowl. You fighting in front of the Super Bowl, my nigga. Like, come on. That's exposure like a motherfucker, but I get both sides of the coin, but somebody gonna figure that shit out.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
But that's why I was saying, like, things that Eddie is doing this trip around. I think he's reading the room and he's looking at the actual. He's one of the fighters that may be, promoters or whatever, that may be slowly making a turn and starting to dial into the future of, where the sport is actually going to make its comeback at. It's not going to make its comeback in pay-per-views. So
Nah.
you put the good fights together. You just put them on your platform.
We literally can't afford y'all, bro. I'll be real with y'all. Literally cannot afford y'all because if you like any other sport, you gotta pay for that too. Like, who you think niggas want to get Peacock, Netflix, ESPN, NBC? Like, you got to get all that shit to watch the game. Like, come on, it's either pay an outrageous cable bill, and in New York, right? Niggas jumping back from Verizon, the Cablevision, because niggas keep lowering the prices and keep telling you, well, we'll pay your last bill and you get a free hookup over here. Then they switch up, and then the channel. It's a fucking mess. It's a mess over here. I know my pop switched like 3-4 times in the last 10 years. You ain't supposed to do that. It's either one or the other. So paying for this shit, bro, this shit ain't the upkeep.
No, it's not. So when you
listen, free fights. Last night, Oscar put on a great fucking card. Niggas talking shit about it. It was a great fucking card last night.
Who fought last night? I thought I saw some highlights, but I wasn't even sure.
It's a bunch of no-name niggas, but if you like boxing, them niggas in there thumping. Niggas in there thumping. Body work was good, bro.
What's happening, man?
In there talking a little bit of boxing, man. We got
Hey, what's good, buddy?
We got the card coming up February 1st. What's that? Basically 7 days away. Other than Morel Benavidez that I'm gonna get into, which fight most interests y'all on that card? You got Figueroa Fulton 2 for the WBC featherweight belt. Isaac Cruz come back after losing the belt. We have Jesus Ramos Jr. versus Rosario.
Yeah, that's a wash. I'm not a Figueroa guy, but Stephen Fulton, man, I want him to get his ass beat for real. Cause he talked all that shit about anyway, like everybody else. Oh, he hyped down being this, that, his camp and all that. And ever since then, every interview, he just won't get out the mud. I'm tired of them. I'm like, why y'all keep interviewing this dude? He act like a salty gal, man. Like that nigga just be moping and I don't got nothing else. And I'm like, you got paid, you took it. Like he whooped your ass. Like give the man the credit and move on. And like every time he get the mic in his face, he just sounds salty. It's like even people was crying he was in a prelims. It's like you been away, bro. At least you on the card. Like if people go back and look, they're gonna see you fighting, bro. Get up out of that. So I'm not a big Figueroa guy. I thought that fight was a lot closer than what people thought the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that this gonna be because that decision he got that last fight, man, that was kind of questionable in my opinion. But he was boxing his head off, man. He caught him, you know what I'm saying? He caught him, dropped him. So he better just get out. And I like Fulton as a person. I just think it's just like, bro, a lot of people don't even get a shot to be on TV and fight, man. A lot of people don't get a shot to get a bag and go overseas. Like, you getting all of that. You was a PBC darling for a long time. Get over it, bro. Get back in the lab. Be back to being the person you was. You was, I ain't gonna say happy-go-lucky, but you was a positive guy. Now you just sound like a salty biatch. You know what I'm saying? So, fix your face. Go in there and knock the stuffers out of Figueroa if you can, or stop boxing.
Yo, no, you didn't. Fix your face, nigga. Like, fix your face.
Yeah, you know, your mother. What's wrong with you? She asked you, what's wrong with you? Oh, you better fix your face. Fix your face, man. Fulton, man, stop
Oh,
being salty, man.
fix your
You starting
face.
to turn me off. But
Oh
Jesus
man.
Rosario's washed. You know he need to go to the body. I thought Ramos was supposed to fight Mel. What happened to Mel and
I don't know
what
what
happened to, to Jamel?
Jamel Charlo, as far as I know, is still a model.
Man.
To that
Man, all my fighters, man, a lot of my fighters is going through it, man. Mel is my guy, man. I'm like, golly.
I mean, here's the thing though, bro. Like, I mean, and WCS tried to give them credit because he was like, oh, well, they did it during COVID. And he was trying to, like, try to give them something. He was being sarcastic with it, but PBC broke, my nigga. You see the press conference they had yesterday for the undercard?
Nah, man, I'm not gonna take part in no PBC slander, man.
Bro,
Like
man.
everybody just be people just be dragging PBC. They don't see nothing all these other guys do, man. I don't even.
Bro,
If they going broke, they going broke. That's their problem, man.
We don't have a building. Okay, listen. We don't have nowhere. Like we can't. None of y'all can get in there for the press conference or the undercard. None of y'all. So we're gonna do the Zoom. When the last time they did a Zoom press conference, I think, was during COVID. They did a Zoom undercard press conference.
Let me ask you something. Because I don't see why people rejoice that it's like people are getting a Stiffy, a Chubby, a Woody because PBC is going down. I'm like, what conglomerate or what faction is going to be able to duplicate what PBC was doing in the States? Because it's like we selling assholes and elbows to Turkey, and I don't think people really realize at the end what's going to happen. Everybody going to be subject to streaming or whatever. Whenever Oscar want to let one of his fighters, out of the crib, out of the playpen to fight, or the same thing that ESPN been doing. So I don't know. I think unless we got
gonna
something,
ride in to save the day, man.
Look, unless because even like with religion, when you tell people certain things about it, I don't try to pull the chair out from under nobody unless I have something else for them to support themselves with. So we can rejoice that PBC is whatever. That's their problem for real. But if we pull that chair out, what conglomerate, what faction is going to replace what they do in the States? Especially if you're looking to go to fights. Like I'm trying to get my weight up so I can go to the fight. That's why I was saying we should go to that Stan Giannis and it's in Atlantic City. Stan Giannis in boots, like, because I'm trying to go to the fights. You know what I'm saying? So what we gonna do if they pull out? Like, we got something that's gonna replace them?
Yeah, somebody pull up.
I think it's gonna be the way the landscape looking, man. The way everybody slowly is trying to reproduce what this kid did. It's gonna be a Jake Paul show.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. Like because Jake Paul, when it comes to that shit, I believe, right? But here's the thing. You built them fighters on television, and then you tried to sell us on these fighters being like, bro, every time you throw a fucking fight, it's gotta be pay-per-view. Like, when do you give us, like, what happened to the free fights? What happened?
Because the big fights were stalling.
So you still got it. So, bro, and give us the free fights. Like, we know, like I'm saying, we know now, but nobody at PBC had the vision to be like, we can put some free fights on the fucking app.
That's their problem. That's their problem. They won't look at it like that to say, listen, we could still recruit fighters. We have Amazon Prime. They already have everything set up.
But look.
Set up. They are the best at streaming.
Look. I don't know if y'all understand, but fighters' behavior actually started this. I hate to go back to this
Yeah.
because it's like picking a scab. When Earl and Bud when that Earl Bud shenanigans went on and everybody was stuck, we seen the ripple effect with the belts and boots and Stanions and everybody in that division. But undercards got affected. And now when you see people like with the shit that these other fighters are doing, going away from the money man at 35 and all that, it's a ripple effect. So what happened was when that Spence Bud shit drug out, that pushed a whole lot of people back. And at the same time, they had to transition over to Amazon. Amazon is a prudent business company. They're like, hold on, man. Like, okay, what you got? Who you got? But if you can't slate that you got somebody that's willing to fight these guys, because everybody like, no, I don't want to fight them right now. I need more money. I'm going over here. It was a ripple effect. So it was slated fights to be free. But if the big meat and potatoes don't happen, just like Canelo and his shenanigans, I hate to say it. But when you pick choosing and refusing, then you like, oh, well, yeah, I'll do this and do that. Like him not doing Benavidez. That would have been a big thing. It would have showcased people on the undercard, and then it would have put back into the money. They would have made money. And then that would have, because these fights, because you was joking about it last year, Pop, talking about what fight was that you said, oh man, they done used his budget on you said, oh, they done use his budget on such and such. And you was clowning. I forgot what fight that was. But when the budget get fucked up, you fuck like with Canelo and his shenanigans, with nobody wanting to really fight the money man and Tank, that Bud Spence thing, all that shit was kind of like a ripple effect, if you ask me, just looking at it business-wise. The money wasn't coming. So how can you put on free fights if the meat and potatoes ain't getting done?
Because this is what I'm saying. Think about, at one point, PBC was the hottest thing, right? Like, Al never landed, like, a long-term deal with, remember, he had fights everywhere for a minute. And they'll let you do it for a second when you the new hot pretty girl. Everybody, oh yeah, I'm trying to buy for, what I'm saying, taking you out on dates and shit. But he never like really landed like a long-term contract with like, or renegotiate, so he could build something like when like fights was on NBC, fight was on Spike, he just was like leasing niggas here and shit right there. Never really, and then when bro, you can only do that for so long.
I'm telling you what it was,
because it's the business model. Let me just try to chip in real quick. I think it's just because of the business model. When you look at the pros you get for the pay-per-view, you actually take the fighter once the fighter is supposedly supposed to be at his hype of at least half of America knowing him as a household name. Then you put him on a PBC platform. Then you could charge the pay-per-views. Now here's the whole thing that me and BMAC was being tag team about when we were saying, listen, if you keep it on a streaming platform, those people who either let their subscriptions go or never subscribe to it in the first place, to them it becomes like a $15 or $20 pay-per-view because you paid for that fight. That's why you went there that night to pay for that fight. The plus side of it is subscription afterwards. You keep it up. So none of the fighters were getting the bread and butter when shit was coming on Spike, when shit was coming on Fox and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? But you got the best bread and butter was eyes on you. The number of eyes that are on you versus the pay-per-view eyes that are on you doesn't even compare. This is how fighters back in the day, mostly all of them that we know, were household names. It was some strange shit for a guy to come out and nobody in America knew who the fuck he was. That's all I'm saying. It's just like, look,
on that damn.
They got stuck on the pay-per-view model because it allowed the fighter it allowed the company not to shell out the most money because the fighter got his money on what he could sell. Your name. You got to have skin in the game. So we're dealing with everybody like they're independent contractors. And if you're talking about putting on the free stuff, It's like selling weed. Every dude that started out selling weed, he chubbied those bags up a little bit more. You take some of that chubbiness out, each one of those bags will still you still get at least another 10 bags out of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So we it's different ways, to do it, but it's got to be done right, and knowing what like what Body just said, Amazon Prime being a prudent company, like Bezos is doing it because he sees that there's money for him to make. If there's no money for Bezos to make, Bezos is not going to fuck with you on any level. Ask those independent people who try to sell bullshit on Amazon. The fuck happens to them after a 30-day run and you ain't sold shit?
And look, and I gotta give Turkey some credit, man. His little, like, part of his little plan is kind of working, because, like, if you look at the top rank deals on how they were, it's like they wasn't, up to a certain extent, they wasn't fighting King Kong in them. You know, that's why they got the whole term King top rank diet. Like, and I don't want to. I'm only going here as an example. Jared Anderson, right? But when you go and you say, hey, I'm gonna go get with the bag instead of making the fight, like the fights that everybody want, I'm gonna go get this bag. It's like, get your money, little duffel bag boy. But understand, you kind of you hamstring in boxing, because the fights that you should be fighting, you not, because you can go get another bag. Like, so I gotta give Turkey some credit, and he did kind of hamstring the PBC, because these boxers like, oh man, I could fight. I go fight a Cordina and get my highest payday. Oh, sign me up. I'm gonna give me another one of them too. Oh, sign me up.
Because I want you to fight. I want to see you fight. I want you to fight on my platform. So I do think Tank was out of line for saying the shit that he said, but I do think that if he ever got to talk to the Sheik one-on-one and be able to talk without having a fucking camera in his face, because niggas be thinking that you can just talk with a camera, but motherfuckers he can't say what he want. He can't, like, Tank can't say what he want. He gotta be professional. And it's kind of hard when, I don't think, real talk, school-wise, I don't think Tank has higher than an 8th grade educational level. At the max.
I'm not gonna say all that, man. Look, this is what I say about that.
School. I think Tank got everywhere he got. I don't think Floyd Mayweather graduated fucking school.
Nah, but let me say this though. This is what
common sense, bro. Niggas got that money with these right here, and common sense and heart. That's what I feel.
Let me say this.
Everybody gotta be smart. Everybody ain't gotta know how to read out loud. They don't.
Let me say this though, because I question when people say, like, when people talk about this scenario, right? I question the business acumen, because you gotta think about it like this. Let me give you a good example.
Mm-hmm.
The time when Top Rank renewed that time, right? They had Bud, like, they renewed because they had signed Bud, and they went to ESPN like, listen, we re-signed Bud. And that's how they actually got the budget, right? So if we had a paradigm shift and say Turkey was doing this stuff now, you'll be saying that because Bud had it locked in. Bud was getting a sweet. He was getting a sweet deal, like, for what he was like. He was getting it sweet. Shakur was getting it. Shakur was after that, but Shakur was getting it kind of sweet too, to where it's like, you getting this lock stock, like, no matter what, rain, see the snow, this is what you getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can fight this one, you can fight this one, you know. This is what you getting. But they leveraged, when they went to the network, that's how Fury got all that money, because Fury got the money. They was putting some shit behind Lomachenko, all of the European guys, but they used Bud to really leverage that deal with ESPN. You got to think, they leveraged Tank, they leveraged Canelo, like a possibility of being able to work, or a track record of being able to work with Canelo to get the Amazon Prime deal. Now, when people don't come to the table to fight these guys, the people that you got to deal with is like, yeah, we want to be able to put something on for free, but like, what happened to what and people start acting funny. So if you were to tell me that it was a paradigm shift at the time when Top Rank and they leveraged that deal when they came and they got Bud, if you were to tell me that if this same shit was going on and Bud would be dead wrong for sticking there with what he was doing, nobody will argue that. Because listen, if I grow my business, if I got on, right, I grew my business, I grew my brand, I did all this legwork, and I'm doing that here on American soil, and I'm like the biggest thing here. What would attract me to outsource the work? Like from a logical business, especially when you see the demand, he could put on an extravagant event, but it didn't sell. Like he can throw away the money like that. But for us Americans who know business, we don't outsource the work. Like AI is taking over. People who can work from home and all these other places. That's why when you call tech support, you hear Indians, you hear all kind of different people. Could we outsource the work? So that means somebody had to go out here and do something strange for some change. Could we outsource the work?
Yo.
AC, do I got a point? Yeah, you got a point, man. I completely understand what you're talking about, and I completely understand what Pop talking about. The crazy shit is y'all talking two sides of the same coin. Y'all just seeing it differently. But it's almost two sides of the same coin because what you're saying, if you're looking at from a business standpoint, you built your entire business brand here in America. What does it take for a businessman who's a millionaire, who's made millions in this sector or space, as they say today? What causes him to look out elsewhere? You have to look at the things that surround you. And that's number one, AI. How much is AI going to start to affect what I do? Okay, if it has a major role, then I need to introduce this someplace that their technology is nowhere near yet ready for an AI platform to come in. I can continue to make my money. On the opposite side of it is, you know, when you're looking at what boxing has to offer today, and the fact that okay, you built your company and you got these second and third go arounds with these networks because you had the ability to secure a deal with Canelo, to secure a fight deal with Canelo. You feel what I'm saying? Canelo was bouncing back between DAZN and basically PBC.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? That's where he was making his money. He was doing it on all four of the platforms earlier, but then Top Rank got a little funny with him. You feel what I'm saying? And him and Oscar had their falling out.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, boom. When I look at the Canelo Alvarez brand and everything like that, that's for some reason, that's like, I can't remember one of those the name of that dice, but it's like the dice with 21 sides to it. You can't pinpoint any one side to what Canelo does because he's worked his way up to that thing. The same way with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather dice wasn't 4 or 8 sided. That shit had multi sides because Floyd was that man. Canelo right now is that man. Bud could have been that man, but he was the most awkwardest thing you'd see in front of a camera.
Let me add this though.
And Errol and just to land a plane, Errol was kind of there, but it was like, just let go, Errol. I mean, you got like the kind of personality when there's a camera in your face and you're not really noticing the camera in your face. We see a much more open, friendlier Errol Spence. So guys just gotta learn how to build a brand, and right now it's tough pickings out here because the Sheik is gonna try to turn this shit into UFC.
But look, let me give you the case in point. That's why I feel like people sound silly when they talk about anyway. When people over here be like, oh, he gotta come to America. Like the American side of me, the boxing fan of me, I want to see him stateside. I do. But I'm gonna be like his people over there when he can sell 30,000 out in Ariake every time, no matter he fighting Joe Blow. Like if Inoue really listened and he had the Americanized type thing, like how everybody trying to say that you gotta bow down and kiss the ring to Sheik, even though he got some kind of deal with him. Aside from that, Like, in a way, ain't doing business like that. In a way, built this shit up, and he like, nah, you want the bag, you come over here. It's only our dumbasses saying, no, you gotta go over there. It's like, how's in a way selling out? Like, you would give up all your, if you try to tell in a way he dumb for not standing there and being like, nah, man, we got the bag. You want all the people? Yeah.
Come
Like,
over
okay,
here.
so fuck the time zone and all that. I'm putting 30,000 in this motherfucker. Like, I ain't like this shit ain't been done since Tyson got upset.
And that's
Since
the
the Tyson
biggest
upset.
fight. That is either the biggest fight in boxing or the biggest upset in boxing history. Either way you look at it.
And he duplicating that kind of numbers in his own home. Ain't nobody saying, oh man, you got like dumbass fans are saying, oh, you gotta come to America. But anywhere in his folks is like, listen, bro.
That's why
you doing your legacy shit and you selling this motherfucking Ariake dome out. Keep getting your motherfucking, keep getting your money, Lord. But we would be silly, like, see, but that's our American bias. If we was over there, we'd be like, yeah, anyway, we want to come down and see you. You know, it's only us to say we gotta go over there. That's the dumbest shit. It's not business. It don't make shit business. It don't make sense business wise.
I'm not listen. When I was on the panel last night with Gooch, I said, yo, anyway, fighting a few hours. Nigga was like, nah. Basically saying like he fights tomorrow. I was like, no, nigga, he fighting a few hours. A few hours is when the card starts. I don't know what you thinking about Friday. No, that shit starts in a few hours, bro. Word. I don't know, like in a few hours, anyway fights. And I'm like, I know myself. I'm like, I'm about to go to bed. And if it's 12 o'clock now, or almost 12 o'clock now, I'm not getting up in 3-4 hours to watch you fight, nigga. No. I'm gonna miss that. I catch the replay. I'm gonna catch the replay. But motherfuckers like don't like because of the time shift, they don't know that if you're up right now and they say that shit happens Friday morning at such and such.
I got one for you. I got one for you, Pop.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just upgrade. Let's upgrade. Let's just say you got I ain't gonna say Trump money. I'm gonna say let's just say you got let's just say you got somewhere close to what Mayweather got as far as money. Let's just say you got private jet money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You ain't gotta make no concessions, you ain't gotta worry about it. And you remove yourself from being a guy that's over here. Like it don't matter what time or where it's going. Like you got the kind of brand to wear.
I'm international.
Okay, so let's put yourself to where it's like if it's going down in Saudi, you can go there. If it's going down in over there in Japan, you can go there. If Zoo getting something going on, you can go to Australia. It's nothing to you. Okay, you got to look at things like that when you come to that. Like it's a bias because we're American, and it's like, nah, I'm not. I ain't waking up. I'm not doing all that. But I'm saying, business wise, it's kind of contradictory to be like, oh man, like Tank should have to go. It's like no, man, because it's the same thing with anyway. Now, if the ship is down, he gonna have to find something to do, and we already know they salivating to have him. But I'm like, it's silly to be like, you gotta go do. It's like no, because if you had a business and you was in that position where you had that kind of stash, you was getting that kind of bread, you'd be like, why would I outsource the work? Like, you just don't do that.
I understand that, but like what I'm saying is like, for a guy that like boxing, right? And my nigga, you were fighting. You're fighting Friday morning. Like, I'm about to get up and watch you fight, right? And then if a nigga gotta go to work that day, or if he don't, if he got kids or not, like I gotta get all these motherfuckers up after that and shit like that. Like that shit will throw. If you're not a third shift type nigga, that shit will throw your day off for like 2 days.
Or super hardcore, because guess what? I used to get up and watch him. I mean, sometimes, ironically, I'll be at work. I already be up and at work, so I just had to like have it on my phone wherever, whatever boiler room where I was at, I'll watch it. But like, it's just It's just it's the level of fan you are, man. I mean, we want to see him come to the States.
Fan. I swear to God, I wish he was here right now. I'm a fan. I watched a few anyway fights waking up and shit, right? That shit ain't work out well for me, bro. Because my old lady values her motherfucking sleep. And that's one. Two, she ain't all about like, you know what I'm saying, nigga, you can't, I left the bedroom to watch it. Oh no. No. She rolled over and wasn't nobody to hit. I fucked around and turned and looked. And it looked like, you know what I'm saying? It looked like the chick Maze from the show Lucifer staring at me. Yeah, like anyway, I love you, but can you give me 1 or 2 fights in America, my G? That's all
I think
I'm
it's
asking.
gonna happen. I think that in particular, it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
They know, but it's like, man, there ain't nothing like get to that bad. They running it up, bro. Like it's like if your trap
Bro,
booming, you ain't going. You know what I'm saying? If your trap is booming, it's booming. You know, I mean, but they know
it's
they gonna
gonna be
expand.
it's gonna be another 5 versus 5 type of situation just to get everybody acclimated to it. I think because you got a lot of rising stars, including a rising female fighter that's coming out of Japan. So there's already like 3 of them. There's Inoue, his brother, and you got Jin Sasaki, and I believe I know for a fact there's this other kid, right? You got 4 right now. If you put old girl Lynn and make it have one of the fights a female fight, then you got your 5-on-5. 5 Japanese fighters versus five American fighters or whatever. From there you go. That's the introduction. That's the introduction right there. That's the way I think it might happen, because there's just too many stars right now that are really rising in Japan for something like that not to happen. Because they've already tested the water with Puerto Rico versus Mexico, UK versus America. You feel what I'm saying? Two UK jump balls going at it. That was Queensberry versus Sky Sports, or what I forgot what their shit is actually called, but the zone. So at the end of the day, bro, there you go. I think that's the next one coming. I probably say expected, late September, October, late September. Maybe they might do it at the end of the year, but I think something like that is coming down the pipe.
All right, so before I talk about Benavidez real quick, with these fights coming up, is Shushu lined up for a title shot this year?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think I think they was like, man, let's not pull a Belongo on this one.
But he's older though, so what? I mean, how long are you gonna,
He might be by the end of the year. It just depends on how they gonna match him. Because are they gonna match him tough?
I
don't know. They
look like they've been matching him tough because
he's at 130, right?
His limits. So I mean, eventually he has to fight somebody.
He's at 130, right?
He's at 126.
Oh, Shushu's at 120. Oh, that's ugly for him.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
so like
26 is ugly because it's 26 is ugly, bro.
He's got like what do we do?
Would you put him up against Espinosa right now? No.
I wouldn't put him up against Nick Ball, Espinosa. Right now, the best fight he could go after is Leo.
So you want him to fight old ass Leo Santa Cruz?
No, Angelo Leo, the dude that came up from BoxRec that got the knockout.
Listen, bro.
If Shushu wants a belt,
the way they've been moving his ass, and like he's like Shushu's not the baby. Listen, because I don't know if he's getting tired or bored or he's fighting to level competition, but nigga, you gotta see where you at.
Man, listen,
There's a lot of
and,
dogs at 26.
and like all I'm saying is like I don't think like yo, listen, as far as Brandon Figueroa, he's getting ready to fight. From what I'm hearing, Fulton, so that's not going to be in play. Espinoza, I don't really know too much about him. You feel what I'm saying? But I've watched Nick Ball a couple of times, and I've watched Leo. I'd say the person he could out of everybody up there, the person that I feel he beats is Angelo Leo. The other guys, I don't know much about Espinoza. He's somebody I have to look at, but
The dude who fought Robisi, the dude who fought the tall Mexican dude that fought Robisi.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I was saying no. You don't put him up against. I wouldn't.
okay.
You see what I'm saying? No.
Yeah, all right. The name record, I didn't.
The dude from Silver Spring, I can go about 45 minutes, but the dude from Silver Spring gave him all he wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just
bro.
like the dude from Laurel gave Berlanga everything he needed, then took him the distance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know about that one, bro. I think his only path is Leo, but Leo's gonna stay coming at him. So if he's not, mentally strong and ain't got nothing to keep Leo off of him, I don't know. But I think he could easily outbox Leo. The other three, no. Stay no. You need a lot more work before you can fuck with them. Based on your last performance, you feel what I'm saying? The performance before that, you look pretty good. But I don't know, maybe it was the lights in the show and you know stuff like that. Media got to you. You weren't used to it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, bro. That's woo. That's bad.
Listen, man. I ain't trying to baby these fighters or nothing. No more. Like, you either fighting or you're not. Like, if I'm throwing a major card, a competitive card, and nigga, you never maxed out your damn potential. I'm like, no, you be on the prelims. Don't be like, or I got something for you later down the road. But nigga, it's no. So he's a little bit
they
older.
gave that man a lot of publicity, though. They gave that man a lot of publicity. He still, I don't know how they look at him. You probably know better than me. You know more people from Top Rank and all that than I do. I mean, I don't, but they invested a lot of, they was building him up. They was matching him with Xander. They was doing him and Keyshawn had the little sit down. Like, they was giving that man a lot of pub, man. So they might be getting ready to put him out there. Tell him, hey, should have get off the pot, man. Barbecue or mildew.
Yes, it's about time. It's about time, but yeah, it's a lot of work down here at 26, bro. It's a lot of work. A lot of names that I seen, you know, um, by watching a lot of overseas shows and shit like that, and people who cover a lot of these overseas guys, and bro, it's a lot of work at 26. I didn't know most of these guys that I was hearing the names of were fighting at 26. So yeah, he got his work cut out for him. I mean, if he gonna dominate the division, that's a good division to to dominate. And if you saying you're gonna dominate it, go out there and do your thing. Because if you can get through all of this work, bro, you are something special.
But they had that man slated for anyway. That man was calling anyway. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
slow down, brother. Slow down, bro.
Yes, I was saying the same
Boy,
thing. I was like, you not ready for that guy.
that's like when Gary the middle brother, Gary, the the middle one. No, when he was talking that Inouye stuff, and he went out there against that'll be a good test. Emmanuel Rodriguez. Put him in there with Emmanuel Rodriguez, the one who Inouye stopped to the body, because he went in there and cleaned my man Russell up, boy. Like, put him in there with Emmanuel. I like to see that. Shoo and Emmanuel Rodriguez. That's what I wanted to.
Twice. He cleaned Russell up twice. My bad, Ohio. My fault, yo. I got my son off the bus. Yo, he cleaned Russell up twice, bro. That shit was funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie.
I was devastated. I said, what?
Yeah. Two quick white ones. Ohio, what's good, bro?
What's good, man?
Ain't nothing, man. We just talking about, next 2 weeks should be very interesting.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm touching down in New York, so I'm gonna be down there in 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, he said pulling up for the Keyshawn fight, fellas.
Yeah, I'm down.
I didn't want to say nothing. I told him to pull up. So I'm definitely trying to pull up for that.
Yeah, so my flight ticket was only $94. I can't beat that.
Wow, that's crazy.
And the reason why it was $94 because I got the flight on the Thursday. The fight is Friday, so it was cheaper on Thursday. So I was like, sweet. So yeah, round trip, hell yeah, $94. You can't beat that.
Yeah, not at all. But yeah, I was just, when you just heard me say, oh shit, it was because there was this dude, Makito Nakano, I saw these guys talking about. Like, he's a up and coming young dude that's supposed to be about something. And this other
That's one of my guys.
Huh?
That's one of my guys I co-sign.
Oh, okay. So you already know about him then.
He's a problem, bro.
Yeah.
He's a real problem, bro.
And that's
he ain't nobody chirping back. He called out Shakur. He called out Keyshawn. Ain't nobody saying nothing, bro. They gonna act like, oh, I'm busy, and who are you? But they be chirping with everybody. They ain't saying nothing. He like, man, I was in the amateur with these dudes. He said, I'll knock him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
and that's the way these Japanese fighters feel. They like, yo, those slick American fighters, yeah, they're good, but I'll knock them out. I'm like, whoa.
He said he knocked them out or will knock them out.
No, he said he will.
They will.
They
say they will knock them out.
Inouye is opening the door for a lot of them, man. So I think it'll be interesting. But I was just who Inouye knocked out? Who did he just beat?
I just saw the highlights.
I didn't watch. See, that's my thing too. I haven't been watching Inouye fights. I probably done seen about 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he beat my boy Nieves out of Cleveland, Ohio. Then I seen him beat Dernier, and I see him. I know. Matter of fact, so it's been about 4 or 5 fights. I seen him beat what's his name from Philly? Fulton. He beat Fulton. I seen him become undisputed, but it gets to that point where it goes back to the old times when HBO used to introduce us to fighters that we didn't know because there wasn't nobody in the division. You remember the Klitschko era where he didn't have nobody and they just give us a 5-minute clip of Calvin Brock tap dancing and then telling us the story about Brock, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it seemed like it's going down that page with Inouye. It's like I think he's great, but it's like the competition is so hard for me to be like excited for, and I don't know if I can explain it better. It's like, okay, I'm a Tar Heel fan. I like North Carolina. I know it's crazy being from Ohio and liking North Carolina Tar Heels, for God's sake, the football and basketball. But when we play in small schools in basketball, I don't get up for that. I don't be excited because we up by 30 at halftime when we playing a small school, and then we win by 60 at the end. There's no excitement in the game. I end up turning it off. That's what it looks like when I'm watching Inouye and guys I don't really know. It's like, how do I get excited for him when I know he's about to just dominate a guy I don't know? So I think I need to be educated more on some of these fighters in his division or guys that can possibly fight him in other weight classes, because that's what it's getting to. It's like,
okay, so Ohio, let me ask you a real question then.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm gonna say it like this. country biasness. And what I mean by country biasness is this is what you just said about Inoue
Mm-hmm.
is like what people say when they go into basically uh, a Tank fight, a Shakur fight,
Mm-hmm.
a Terrence Crawford fight, most
Mm-hmm.
of the time a Canelo fight, because when you mention the guys who they fight, oh, he about to wash him, he about to beat the shit out of him. It's gonna be an easy fight. Ooty ooh. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But based on again what you said, you saying that because you don't really know him like that, it's hard for you to get up to watch them whitewash a dude the same way you would be excited to watch a fighter that you know, that
Yeah.
you're more familiar with, whitewash
Because
somebody.
and the reason and the difference between, like you just said, the comparisons, they do that. A lot of casuals don't. They're casuals. They're not hardcores. A lot of hardcores that knows the boxing. There's levels of hardcores too. You got guys that's a hardcore. Then you got extreme hardcores with they
Yeah.
know bantamweight all the way up to the heavyweight. They know them all, bro. I don't know
And
them
could go
all.
back to 1930 something with this guy
Right.
fighting. And I'm
So
like,
I'm not
who
an
the fuck are you
extreme.
you
I'm not an
talking about?
extreme hardcore. So I'm a hardcore, but I'm not an extreme. But my thing is, I was able to break down people Terrence Crawford resume when people was like saying, for example, who is Green Machine? Who is Kovalevskis? Hey guys, this is a good guy. He knocked out one of our guys from Cleveland that was durable, never been knocked out before. This guy can punch. I promise you, y'all. He can punch. He was a bronze medalist. I can give them detail of who Crawford is about to fight. I've seen him. I'm a little bit familiar with him. I can do that a little bit more with Crawford opponents and guys in America opponents because I watch amateur boxing and I also see a lot of these guys coming before they actually come. And I was actually supposed to get. I'm kind of pissed off before because my shit was messing up, my laptop and stuff. I was supposed to get Amarion, who just signed with Matchroom. He's a bronze medalist on the show before he signed in Matchroom. So I was trying to get him early because he medaled from the United States and he just signed with Matchroom. I think it's Amarion Jones, so I wanted to get him on here, but still gonna end up working on that because he ended up responding back to me, but I couldn't because the laptop was down. But anyway, I'm more familiar with the amateur background, and I can relate to them, and I can see. I know a lot of fighters, and I see them coming, so I'm able to explain a little better. When you fighting in Japan, 5 a.m, I'm not up at 5 a.m all the time, so it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. And if you is, I work night shifts now, so I gotta tune in for the fights if I do want to see it, if I'm interested in it. And sometimes I'm just not interested in NUA versus Takakashi. I'm like, who the fuck is Takakashi? Okay, I don't know him, so it's like it's kind of hard for me to get up for NUA. And when he knocks him out, I keep seeing him getting higher and higher on the pound for pound list, and I'm like, I can't move him like that if I don't know these other guys, bro. It's like I can't do it. And it's gonna come to a point where he actually get moved up like Chocolatito, because if he fights in Japan, he's in a good situation where he don't have to take Dare to Be Great. He's in Japan. He's the biggest star. He's making great money. He don't have to move. He don't have to Dare to Be Great.
He's already great though, bro. He's double undisputed, bro. Like,
No. You're right, but you're right. But I'm talking about fighting guys where we gonna sit there and say, damn, because I think he beating Dernier was a good win too. But moving him up higher and higher in weight, that's what they did to Chocolatito. See, Chocolate was doing the same thing he was doing. But what was going on with Chocolatito? Nobody knows the fighters he was fighting. So
yeah,
they
but
had
we
to
don't.
move him. They forced Chocolatito up. He didn't want to move up.
But
He's on
we
TV
don't.
now.
But when it comes to the accolades, we not keeping the same energy, man. Because before the Spence fight, I don't want to go down this road, but come on, man, we don't keep that same energy, man.
Hold on, what are you talking about? I am. I don't know what you mean about the accolades, because you can't just throw accolades up with somebody that you ain't never seen all their fights. Did you watch NUA's career from the very beginning all the way up to where he at now?
No, I didn't
Even
watch
though
it all the way from the beginning.
that's my
No,
point. Hold on, I'm getting somewhere with that, because if Top Rank signs him, they would say, we're going to promote him this way. We're going to already say he's the best when he ain't even proven yet that he's the best. That is the model. If I'm signing you, we're going to already put that narrative out there. Now, we just got to hope you deliver or even make it look close to our promotion. You remember, what's the other Japanese dude they tried to do that with? But he failed. Zimmy, the little small one that was actually in a Transformers movie. They put him in a Transformer movie. They was already trying to put him on the pound list and move him. Chocolatito got picked up his 39th career fight, and then they start pushing him, bro. He was already like 38 fights into his career before they signed him and said, this is the best pound for pound fighter. We're like, where the fuck this dude come from? Wait a minute. Come on now. We gotta look at the politics and see the moves too. I'm not discrediting anyway at all, but don't tell me I gotta appreciate a fighter that gets signed. He's 38-0. I don't know who the 38-0 guys he fight, and then say this is the best pound for pound fighter. How did Chocolatito come into the pound for pound rankings over Andre Ward and his resume? Let's just keep it above. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen, but we fall for the sauce because we have Floyd Mayweather who was pushing that narrative too because he didn't like Ward. Oh, I think Chocolatito's number one. I don't think after he just beat Kovalev. Yes, it was controversial, but they called that fight pound for pound number one. They called it pound for pound. Then when Andre Ward beat him again, they still was trying to keep Chocolatito in the front. It's the politics, bro. That's what I'm talking about. They're not no more fighting the best. You just promote them like they're the best and they're fighting the best. You no longer have to fight the best in boxing. I've been in it long enough to see how it's going now. It's like you can just look at Floyd was doing that to Tank. Tank didn't have a resume at the time when Floyd looked at him and said, look me in the eyes. Said, you're the best pound for pound fighter in the world. He said, I'm the best pound for pound fighter in the world. Say it. Believe it. I'm like, bro, who is he? He ain't fought nobody yet. That's what happens. So I don't feel like I'm not holding this fighter. I respect the accolades, but it comes to a point where we got to keep it a buck because as you are hardcore like me, we get tired of explaining to people why this guy should be good, and we ain't even breaking down the resume of the guys he beat. See, that's the problem. Like we talking anyway, we talking about now. You said 2-time undisputed, but we can't even name the fighter he just knocked out. Who was he? What fight did he have that was so great that you watched? You can't do it. That's my problem. We talking about accolades now. And sometimes you can hide behind that shit. I remember telling people they was going to become undisputed so easy now because Crawford made it a trend again. Crawford had to become undisputed because he couldn't get big fights. Let's remember that. If he could have got Danny Garcia or undisputed with Ndango, you don't think he's gonna fight Danny first? Word. That undisputed shit can wait. Give me Danny, because that's gonna open up doors to get Earl or Keith or them other guys. Boxing has always been about the big fights once you become champion. That's why undisputed wasn't as big. You can win undisputed, but that wasn't the goal all the damn time. It was when you became world champion. I want the big fights.
No, I could kind of agree with that because didn't nobody know or rarely motherfuckers gave a fuck at the fact that Kostya Tszyu was undisputed. Mm-hmm. I know for a fact nobody gave a shit that that Calzaghe was undisputed and retired undefeated and undisputed.
Even the women, what's her name? Brzezinski. I don't want to mess up her name. Breakis, whatever her name. Breakis, yeah. She was pretty. She was undisputed for almost 3 or 4 years. Did nobody care about her?
I mean, but back then, because back then it was just about.
Come on, bro. You know I'm not lying.
Yeah, but back then it was more so. Back then it was more so about the big fights.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? Because we were getting those big fights, so it was like, yeah, he's undisputed champ, but he still got to fight such and such, or he getting ready to fight yada yada. This day and age, just like, you know, sometimes a guy becomes undisputed, they become prima donnas and they get pre-selective on what they want to do. Now, you know, both me and Body pointed this out about Crawford. It was like, okay, there's nothing really definitive right now that's being said that you got like the Canelo fight is a done deal or whatever. The
Right.
fact that the Sebastian Fundora and Errol Spence fight, you know, fell apart or wasn't allowed to be sanctioned by the WBO, but you still got that clout at the WBO. Why didn't you just say, all right, so if you're gonna stay busy fucking around with Skull or somebody like that, if I can't get to William Skull at 168, then why don't I just take this Sebastian Fundora fight?
Yeah, I don't think my thing is I think Terrence Crawford. I'm with you on that. I agree with you 100%. I think Terrence Crawford is just going for the big money fight. I don't think. I think he it will be a risk. Any fight that he takes will be a risk, which it shouldn't be because I trust in his ability.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even take a Fundora fight. It has to be 160 or 168. But would we favor him at 160 against Laura? Would a lot of people favor him? Is the odds too close? Is you saying 60
Nah,
40?
the problem with that is I don't believe Laura's gonna beat uh, uh, Hamza Shiraz. So I'm gonna take Laura off the table, and it doesn't serve Bud any credibility to fight a Laura coming off of a loss.
Mm-hmm.
You
Or
feel what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, okay, this is something I thought about when Bud dropped the tweet that now you fucked it up and it's all over. I was like, why does it have to be all over? But if you're not getting this fight till September, you feel what I'm saying? There's no room for a Fundora fight. If I think Errol beats Fundora, I believe 100% in my what's the name? Bud whitewashes the inexperienced Fundora, but still take the fight because you trying to stay busy or whatever.
but see, here's my thing though. Now you put in a situation where if he beat Fundora, he have 3 straps. Can you fight for one undisputed at 154? Or jump to 160 and then come back down to 154 or 168 and then come. I mean, that would be
Oh,
an
but it just
interesting
shows the
move.
level of greatness that, okay, regardless of whatever you want to do, Canelo, I'm still going out as possible undisputed. So
Yeah.
I'll do it at 54, which everybody was calling for, or I I let you go ahead and you fight William Skull as the boxing, rumor mills are saying Canelo might do go after William Skull, which then makes it more of a big fight to sell when it's when Undisputed is on the line for Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, if everything gets made and it does happen in September. You feel what I'm saying? But in the meantime, if some of these things is not 100% sold in concrete, the same thing you did when you was at 47 with Errol, where you said, listen, let me know what's going on because I'm not trying to take that much of a layoff off, and I'll go ahead, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to do this thing over here on BOK Prime with Avanesian. That's just the way I'm looking at it. Just looking at the same energy argument and saying, okay, these are your options. You still got 3 belts. Canelo fight don't happen. Guess what? There's only one dude I got to fight, the IBF champion. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm undisputed at 54.
I'm
Still
gonna say
fucking
this.
around in the same timeline.
Hey, Pop. What's love to everybody, man? One love, one love, one love. Pop.
What's
Where
up?
Pop a lot of smoke go?
What's up?
Hey, what I tell everybody last night? We done with what we done doing? We done wishy washing. Hey, it's reality right now. I'm gonna put it like this. They saying September 13th is being etched in. Bud is going to stay focused and get comfortable with his walk around weight and just stay focused on this Canelo fight and go out in the sunset and do the thing with BNB. BNB, if y'all ain't looking at it, BNB is getting stacked more and more. Shot out. Y'all see what it is. It's January 24th. We got 24 hours until greatness starts. It's BNB year. We going for trainer of the year. Hopefully one of our fights to be fight of the year, boxer of the year. We going for it all, man. That's what
AC,
I'm predicting. This ain't
AC,
wishy-washy.
AC.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing. You and Gooch have differences of opinion.
AC.
Yeah, because I
AC.
want to ask Gooch why is BNB moving so uncharacteristic? Like, when have I ever seen Bud go to a so cold opponent and try to get in his head? Like, bro, is there something that we don't know about? Like, it's so cold, a gentle chill or a gentle breeze? Because I'm not feeling it so cold. I'm not feeling the fact that he came out and told everybody about where he came from, and him being that shit don't fucking matter. What matters is that dude sitting right over
So
there.
basically, what he's telling you
It
is
sounds like you
he
building in a
what you
moral
about to bring to
victory.
the table. What you about to bring to the table is nothing, fam. You got to come with more than what I've been through. You don't understand. If I've been
But none
training
of
with
that.
the best,
Hey,
I,
listen, I've seen
it don't
fighters
matter.
that been
You know
through
what?
a
It
lot.
don't matter. We'll see tomorrow, fam. That's all I'm letting
Yeah.
everybody know. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow how it come out, how it goes. We'll see tomorrow. But one thing about So Cold is he's the one he's the calm one out the clique until it's that time. He has a
Man, it
switch. He
sounded
turns
like,
it
yo,
on.
listen, it sounded like he was trying to build in the moral victory argument. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, bro,
Nah, bro.
oh no,
What
man, you
he
sounding like you're trying to build in that moral victory, like that you already see the loss, so you trying to just be like, look, this is
stop
where I'm
reaching.
from,
Stop
this is what
reaching.
I'm doing.
Stop reaching. Stop reaching. You're reaching. You're reaching. You're reaching right now. I'm
You
not
know
gonna
I
even
gotta
let you do
fuck
that.
with you,
You're
bro.
reaching
Just
right
like
now.
Bud and them
You're
niggas.
reaching right now.
Hey,
I
listen.
didn't hear. Hey, you're reaching right now. What he
Hey,
did was, and
listen.
then let me
Hey,
ask you this.
listen.
Let me ask you
Listen.
this.
You got Bo
You didn't see.
Mac.
So you
You
didn't see
got
the
like
dog any?
how many people are is Diego Pacheco supposed to fight? He's supposed to fight Bud, then Bo Mac, then
Bro,
what's the name?
bro. When it comes to the BNB, what did I tell you? We dogs out here, bro. It ain't
Bro,
like
y'all,
nigga. You ain't see, nigga. You just ain't gonna
y'all
just
dog,
think you just
y'all
gonna
dogs, but
hold on.
y'all
You just
barking.
think you just gonna talk to one BNB and not talk to them all?
Yo,
I
y'all
done
dogs,
started
but
some
y'all barking
bullshit,
like it's
Ohio. I done started some bullshit on purpose. I ain't gonna lie.
y'all dogs, but
I
y'all
love it,
barking
man.
like like a
I'm
scared
saying,
guard
I'm gonna
dog.
listen up,
Got
man. I'm
your
gonna
head
listen.
all down on the floor,
Jump
like
off, but I'm gonna listen to y'all.
I don't want to
All right,
bark.
brother.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. Let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what happens tomorrow, win or lose,
Yeah.
y'all gonna see what everybody's been missing out of So Cold.
No, people, like I said earlier, bro. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. Win or lose, people want to see So Cold. He has that it thing. Just his aura has that it thing that you just want to see what happens next. What's next? What's next? He wins this fight. All right, who's he fighting next? What's next after that? He's like the ultimate what next guy, without being the most vocal nigga out there. You feel what I'm saying? So I win or lose, people still gonna want to see So Cold. I'm just trolling the shit out you right now because your man just sounded nah. Nah,
Nah,
bro.
bro.
Nah, bro.
He that
You
nigga
got Bud
though.
coming to see him, man. Listen. Nah, bro. Once Bud stepped in the picture, I'm like, oh, y'all brought in the leadership role. Y'all what? To fuck to talk to
But hold on,
Diego?
What time out,
To talk to
time out
Diego?
though,
Nah, man. So
time
Cold
out,
supposed to tell Diego I'ma stop you, not Bud.
bro, bro. Didn't he look him in the eye and tell him he was gonna whoop his ass? You didn't see that part when
When
Eddie
they was
Hearns
in
told him
the
look you, yeah,
So
look him in the eye and tell him what
yeah,
he told him what he's gonna do. He gonna
when
whoop.
they was
so every bit
when they
of
was in the face off, yeah, he was talking mad shit, but it was like, God damn, yo, Bomac, let So
No,
Cold do
hold
his
on.
shit.
See one
Let
thing you want.
Bowman do
Okay,
his
so check
thing.
this out. Check this out. Hey, check this out. When you seen Arn Anderson and Four Horsemen about to bang, you also heard Ric Flair talk his shit though, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. So you know how it goes with the Four Horsemen. So you gotta understand, BFB has a gang mentality. You just not gonna
Yeah,
talk
that's what
shit
I'm
to
saying,
nigga.
man.
We all coming.
Y'all moving like it's a gang now, bro. So listen, bro.
We been
That's
moving
telling me
like that.
that's telling me
We
Oh, I
been
will,
moving
man.
like
that there's
that.
a level of
Ohio nigga.
fear.
I mean, Omaha gang gang.
that's
Oh,
telling me
Hey,
that
hey,
Omaha nigga gang gang. OH nigga gang gang.
they
that's
been
telling me
moving
you're
like that
scared.
though.
Yeah,
Gang
that's telling
gang,
me
Scared
nigga.
of what?
that's telling me y'all scared. Y'all scared of Pacheco, man. That's a lot of fear for a 23-year-old, bro. That shit ain't right, man. Y'all gotta stop that,
Man,
man.
y'all reaching.
Y'all gotta
Y'all
Hey,
stop
man,
reaching.
that,
don't
bro.
talk. Hey, listen, do not say y'all. I picked so cold. This is you and AC. This is Omaha
Hey,
and
hey, hey,
AC.
AC reaching though. Because I'm gonna tell you why though. Look here. I gotta go here. Pacheco ain't seen. I've been watching Pacheco highlights and been watching some of his fights. Pacheco ain't seen a dog yet,
Ain't seen a
and
dog
so
yet.
he ain't seen a dog yet. Yeah, y'all seen that dog take his? Y'all seen when that dog took them glasses off and look? Y'all see how crazy that nigga looked when he took them glasses off? That nigga looked crazy. That
He
nigga was
looked at
like,
crazy with the
hold on,
glasses on. He looked at crazy with the glasses on, looking like he yo.
bro. I'm gonna tell y'all though,
I
but
thought he was
but
I thought he was gonna say
you know
so
what?
cold,
But one thing,
umbaye, so cold, umbaye. I thought he was gonna come out with some shit like that,
but
looking pro
one
extra 70s blacker than black, bro. Like stop it
one thing I say about So Cold, man, he is one of the ones that you will want in your corner
all day.
to support you. He does the most. But Team BNB right now,
All day. I'm not taking nothing that away. I already told you
you
what it
gotta
was.
understand. You gotta
I am
understand. This is
trolling this
okay.
shit out
So
of y'all right now because I mean, if I was a B&B hater, that's what my troll would be on right now. The fact that what So Cole said, and the fact that Bud and Bomac and all of them got to try to get at Diego Pacheco. But listen,
nah, bro, that's just
you know how much respect I got for So Cole. But right now, I'm on my trolling. I'm on my troll right now. I'm on my Brooklyn
like I
bullshit.
said, and
I'm
and
trolling
so
the
so I'm
shit
gonna tell you
out your
like the
boy.
rest of them. I'm gonna tell you like the rest. I tell everybody
Prove
else,
me
don't
wrong.
reach.
Make me apologize tomorrow, So Cole.
Tomorrow night we gonna I'm make a lot of people apologize. I'm gonna make a lot of people apologize, and then I'm gonna go here. Let's go here. AC,
Uh-huh.
did Laura give Canelo a problems?
Did Laura? Yeah.
Do you think Bomac is not going to sit and watch that Laura Canelo fight and put they twist into what Laura, because Laura don't have the IQ of Terrence Crawford, but Terrence Crawford as a southpaw, and if Laura without that IQ can give him problems, what do you think Terrence Bud Crawford's going to do as a southpaw?
What
I'm
when
just
he fights
saying.
Canelo?
When he fights Canelo, which is supposed to be September 13th, when that happens, I believe it's going to be a southpaw dance, and it's going to give Canelo, man, it's going to give him problems because, like I said,
The problem
look
is
at
with Crawford. You've already seen what happens when you do a southpaw versus southpaw matchup, and you do not have the superior jab versus a Terrence Crawford. You are going to get shotgunned in your face a whole bunch of times, aka Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence has a very good active jab. It's probably one of the best out there, being a active jab, but a jab that has a connect ratio and can also be turned into a power punch. That's Terrence Crawford's area. I've not seen
You left it on the charger.
Canelo. I've
Go
I've
watch
not
TV in my room and chill
I've
out.
not seen Canelo Alvarez have that same level of
Yeah,
jab. He just has a good jab.
Close.
You feel what I'm
Oh,
saying?
well.
He doesn't. I haven't seen him with the ability to turn his jab into other punches like I've seen Canelo Alvarez. So by no means do I have, in the jab war would I check that box in favor of Canelo Alvarez, especially going southpaw to southpaw. My money's gonna be on Terence Crawford jab all day long. I've seen the results of it. So
So so my whole thing is Canelo, like Earl, has a problem with southpaws. It's going to be a long night, and if we can take that punch, it's going to be a long night.
Okay. So, Goose, let me ask you this, right? Because just certain things, like we know that Canelo's going to be the A side, right? What if he asks for like the smallest ring possible? That's the ring he wants, or like no fight, because he does shit like that. Because he don't like to have to damn move like that.
Bro.
Just ask him questions.
Any which way it go, I want to say it like this. Any which way it go, man, you don't think Bud is going to adapt to it and just do what he got to do?
I'm saying that the man's going to be asking for every disadvantage, and this is
okay.
not.
If that's
See what I'm saying?
okay, we already see, but you know what? We already seen it with with the no rehydration clause. It's whatever. We're not tripping. Whatever he wants, he's going to get. That's greatness trying to chase greatness. You see how Bud is. Bud didn't give a fuck. He just want to fight now. Y'all say he couldn't do, and then what's really crazy is because motherfuckers saying he can't do it. So now he really got a chip on his shoulder now. Y'all put another motherfucking chip on that man's shoulder.
But the rehydration clause, if there was any, I would say it would favor Terence Crawford because it's not like he's looking to put on that much weight, and it also controls the amount of weight that Canelo may have, unless it's a one-way rehydration.
Yeah, Canelo looks like a NFL running back when he gets into the goddamn, bro. Just being for real, he looks like you know what I'm saying. So, and then like, are you gonna be able to put in? Hey man, I want fucking Olympic testing, nigga, because the steaks you be eating be souped up. You know what I'm saying? You got Captain America serum and the steaks you be eating. I want to make sure everything. You know what I'm saying? Just being real.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, Chris?
Hey man, y'all already know how I feel about this ish, right? Now, all honesty, I gotta be straight up and down with this, and this is no disrespect to nobody. First of all, everybody should have been calling for this fight before Bud said he wanted this damn fight. Let's just keep that real. Nobody was calling for it, none of his fans, none of that ish. All right, Terence Crawford, the only real reason why he's calling for his fight because he wants that retirement check. That's what he want to do. Because fighting everybody else or Boots and anybody at the 54, that wasn't going to do that. Now, with all his splendor, and which he is, people, he's not effing Superman. Nobody in boxing is. So we got to take into consideration everything outside his skill set. Skill set wise, yes. But we already know that even though you have better skills, they don't necessarily guarantee you to win at times. And it's the reason why it's weight classes. So he was at 47. He only had one fight at 54. Let's do this math correctly. One fight at 54. Just coming off of being in 47 for years that he finally grew in that weight class. One fight at 54, different touch, different feel from 47. Okay, it's a difference. We've seen it in this movement. He's not as athletic young as he used to be. Listen to what I'm saying. Athletically young as he used to be. One of the first things that goes when you get older, one of the first things, we ain't talking about the last thing that goes. We know what the last thing that goes. Let's talk about the first thing that goes. You start losing that athleticism, people. All right. Everybody ain't Manny Pacquiao special, if you know what the hell I mean. So now let's get back to the math. So this is a total of 21 pounds. We don't know how the hell he's going to look. None of us do. I want him to win. Let's not get that twisted. I rock with my peoples. I get very geographical when it comes to this. But at the same time, as much as I want that man to win, I have to be honest with what he's facing. And y'all act like he can go up there. This ain't a dude that's sweet like that. Canelo is not sweet. And that's not to say that Terence Crawford is not anything less than great. So let's be honest. Y'all downplaying Canelo's skills. Are you serious? Because Canelo is just as great as Terence Crawford. So now this guy's going up in a place that he's not familiar with, y'all. He's not. So yes, he's going to be able to do his thing, but that same punch resistance that he once had, it ain't going to be there. I guarantee you that.
I'm not downplaying Canelo's skills. And like, if anybody heard me, and like I said, it's going 12 rounds and it's going to be a chess match. But what I am going to say is this: Canelo has a problem with southpaws. Period. Right. Just like Earl had a problem with southpaws. Period.
Yeah,
so
I get that.
But no. Listen, now, and if you have the team, like, just keep it real. Like the Esau, the Red Spikes, and the Bomax, and they looking at this shit, and they've been studying this man for over just like Earl. Once the tickets in, they studying. They ain't just like they're studying everything. So they finding loopholes. If Bud listens to his corner, it's going to be a chess match, and to where it's. I mean, I understand what everybody's saying. It's not going to be this. No, he's going to outbox Canelo though.
Eddie Reynoso ain't no slouch, bro. He's a great.
Everybody else wants to see the knockouts and all that. No, we're going to see a real life boxing match. But everybody else calling for a knockout. Okay, cool. If it happens, it happens. And I'm not talking about Bud. I'm talking about everybody's talking Canelo's going to knock Bud out. If it happens, hey, he walked up. He knew what he was getting into. Everybody's calling this a Amir Khan situation. Once again, we know what we're getting into. But once again, Canelo and Bud is the same height. Shit, Canelo came up from where? 147. Yeah, he's been boxing there for a minute. Cool. We understand that part. But once again, if he wants to fight greatness, he knows what he's getting in the ring. He knows what he's doing. He's getting in the ring with this guy. He knows what he's getting in the ring with. And they're studying him. I'm telling y'all, he's been studied. They know the holes. They know what they got to do. Now, somehow, some way, Canelo switches up and shows something different, like your boy Matrimov did. Well, then that's the part of the game plan too. So now what we do, got to adjust. But like I keep saying, it's going to be a chess match of boxing that's going to be great.
I just wanted to kind of come in on this part right here. When I hear there are weight classes for a reason and stuff like that, I can go back and see Canelo for as low as 140 pounds. So he's basically coming from 140 pounds, one division shy than where Terence Crawford entered the boxing arena at, right?
Because Crawford started at 130.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Crawford started at 130. My bad. So basically saying it like this: I could go through history and I could take the person who basically, the fighter that they built the whole pound for pound out of. When you look at the divisions that Ray Robinson jumped up, coming up from basically 130, ending his career at 175 pounds. It only seemed like he went up 4 divisions or so, but in his time, there was no, there wasn't none of these in between divisions and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So with that, he was always jumping up 2 divisions. When I look at the heavyweights, and I know, sometimes people say what they want to say, but when you're looking at 2 guys who are in the ring and you're using the same argument that there are weight divisions, then where that goes out the window is the heavyweight versus the super heavyweight. Because in theory, or just in the records, anyone over 240 or it might have been 260 pounds, you were considered a super heavyweight. When I look at fighters like Mike Tyson, Deontay Wilder, you feel what I'm saying? And Alexander Usyk, these guys are fighting people that weigh 70 pounds more than them. It's not going to be that difference with Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. So when I look at it like that, and I've always followed the one thing that I've made as part of my own mantra, because for me, Floyd Mayweather put a staple on it. You feel what I'm saying? Size don't matter. It's the skills that pay the bills. So you could be the biggest motherfucker, but if you ain't got hand skills like me, I'm gonna beat the shit out you. So at the end of the day, I'm not sleeping on Canelo Alvarez. I'm like, look, if this fight goes on the inside and Bud can't land nothing to keep Canelo Alvarez from moving forward and trying to walk him down, it's gonna be a fucked up night for Bud, because Canelo's gonna dominate the inside. He has that sneaky peekaboo high guard that it seems as though, you know, a lot of fighters just can't read it because they all fall for it and they all get caught by it. The only person that didn't fall for it and didn't get caught by it, well, two people, that was Floyd Mayweather and Bivol. And those are the two people that beat him. So, you know, if Bud goes in there and he lets Canelo get on the inside because he wants to try to prove something, you might fuck around and get clipped with something you wasn't looking for, whatever, and it might be an early night or a fucked up night for you. So keep him on the outside, keep him at mid range, and outbox the shit out of him. You feel me? But that's where I land my plane. And like I said, I think Bud has the better jab, because I've seen Bud be able to throw at least 5 different variations of the jab and then turn it into a jab / power punch. I have not yet seen Canelo be able to do that, at least off the jab. And I think the punch that wins this fight is who can work better off the jab and who has the better jab.
Now, see, this is what I don't like right here. That fight is allegedly, supposedly, whatever it's signed, it's whatever. That shit is September, bro. I don't give a fuck about that shit right now. I'll be truthfully honest with everybody. Ain't none of that shit about to happen. Ain't none of that shit about to happen right now. So Canelo might he supposed to have a fight before that.
Yeah.
So kudos to them for the big bag, but man, I don't want to talk about that shit until that shit happens.
So let's move on to this Benavidez thing.
Yeah, this shit that's in a week. In my opinion, the dog walk that's gonna happen.
I see a couple dog walks happening. I see a couple dog walk happens, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna say something when the dogs start getting walked. But it's gonna be a lot of dog walking happening. But I still got the same prediction, man. Like I listen to the boxing world. I hear what everybody's saying. I respect what y'all saying, but I don't agree with a lot of stuff y'all been saying, because it seems like boxing fans is so thirsty for the next unbeatable, indestructible. Nobody can touch a person. There's too much of that going on. Everybody is touchable in the sport of boxing. I like Morrell. I think he's good. I don't think he's all dangerous and this and that, like people making it seem like he elite. I ain't saying he's far from trash, but damn it, at the same time, he's far from elite. What are we talking about? He's going in there with this dude. It doesn't mean he can't win the fight. But like I said, I've been listening. And some of these fighters is just truly, slightly, and some of them are awfully overrated. At the end of the day, our analysis is not analysis, but guess what? What we think of, what we break down, may not happen on fight night. Because everybody got a plan until they get punched. Everybody got a plan until they get punched. So with this fight, with both of these dudes, is about, okay, Now, do you feel comfortable about executing your plan since I done punched on your ass? And somebody's gonna learn the reality that night. And that goes for any other fight for the rest of the goddamn year. But we talking about this one right now. Because I see myself throughout this year willing a whole lot of money, Jack. A whole lot of money. Because y'all judging fights just off of y'all passion. Y'all forgot that y'all used to go to Sunday school and all that. But keep on. Keep on. You're going to learn some damn day. This sport has humbled me. Humbled me for years. And I had to sit back and recant like fucking thinking. I hit the damn books. Just wasn't watching shit. That's why most of y'all be wrong about y'all damn predictions. But I still got David Benavidez winning this fight. It can go the distance. But I'm telling you, if that boy Morrell stand in front of him, which is not his style, and people talk, oh, he gonna go up there and knock David out. Who the hell did he knock out for you to think he can knock David out? Come on, all you Mr. Sandman. Stop having that damn dream, please.
Man.
He's standing in front of him. It's going to be a problem.
Bro, like everybody, I get everybody keep talking about homie ain't fault in this time. He ain't fault. But listen, the nigga that David Benavidez fought was on a way better, higher level and been a champion in that division. And was a big motherfucker. Bruh, I saw a bag, like, this is what I see that other motherfucker. I saw a bag that David pulled out. David was like, oh, you ain't know I had this in the tool bag? Oh, nigga, the tool bag is big. Just because it looks small, this is a cartoon tool bag, bro. When I open it up, you're like, like I put the tool bag is this size. But when I open it up, it's like, but bro, I so much shit that when I come out with it, you just don't know. And who the fuck are you? Like, who? I mean, like, I get it. Like, in that division, like, that man been talking, he been hunting you. That's cool. When he dog walks his ass, and then he got to look at himself in the mirror that day, or the next day when he got to go look in the mirror, does he continue? And who does he fight after that? Because I don't see a guy like, if he has a good fight and it goes 12, and he like, well, you know, cool, moral victory on some Caleb Plant shit. But I'm looking at, nigga, you may end up like boo-boo. And everybody else after, other than the motherfucker who lasted, nigga, you may get knocked the fuck out. I ain't never seen your chin tested. I ain't never seen you fighting no motherfucker that was bigger than you, stronger than you, just as strong as you, just as skilled as you. I ain't seen you fight not. You got frustrated with a dude that he didn't figure out that if he'd have been fighting the way he was in round 7 and round 1, he'd have beat your fucking ass. Because you frustrated a motherfucker. I seen you frustrated. You think a bum nigga, I'm sorry, a lesser caliber fighter can get you frustrated. What you think David Benavidez can do to you, bruh?
Yeah, I'm laughing at this goddamn dance video.
Man.
No, not yet.
Yeah, but I'm saying them niggas like cool, is it? Okay, did Isaac Cruz turn down the fight with Ryan? Anybody know that? Did he turn that fight down? I heard he turned that fight down.
I thought I heard something, and that's why they were talking about Ryan Garcia versus Rolly or some shit like that. Because Cruz turned that shit down.
Cruz says, listen, bro, I'm 140 pounder. I'm 140 pounder. You say you coming in at 144. That means you're going to weigh 160 pounds, 165 pounds when the fight starts. This is not what we're doing, bro. If Cruz said that, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I ain't got a problem because he being real.
I don't, nigga. You 6 feet tall. Why you listen? Get your ass to 147, 154. Get the fuck away from where I'm at. You missed that. I don't have no problem with Cruz because he look bulky right now at 140.
And I really thought Cruz was gonna do some work at 40 because he just looks so solid and like, god damn, this nigga look like Puck.
Well, look, he's 1-1. He got a fight coming up, and like maybe his team is on some shit like, man, I don't give a fuck about fighting you, Ryan. I want my rematch. Because what did Russell do to get a shot at the belt that I just lost? What did he do? He just lost.
Yeah, the 140 is just on some different shit right now. Because twice in a row we got a guy who's just coming off a loss. Well, 3 times, technically, 3 times a guy who's just coming off a loss winds up turning around and getting a title shot. You had it with Rolly, you had it with Ryan, and now you got it with Cruz.
So, hey, listen.
Again.
So I think that the boy Cruz, whether first think he's too damn, first think he's too small for 140, whether he is or not. That man, I think that man still deserves at least a shot back at the belt. You know what I'm saying? The fight Rayo, everybody at 140 until contracts are signed, the belts don't seem to be moving like that. That's just me personally. I don't see the belts moving around like that.
Nah, yeah, Crush, you absolutely right. He too small for 140. I just thought coming up there, you feel what I'm saying? Before all these 6-foot motherfuckers and 5'11" people started coming out the woodwork. You feel what I'm saying? Because at that time when he came up there, it was only basically Sabril up there that was like the biggest 140 pounder. It was Dev, Sabril, T.O. And I felt with his height, I'm like, if T.O. could be up there, shit. What's the name could be up there?
He did take him to school. I can't even front. He did take him to school. I ain't gonna front. He took him to school. I think he underestimated that man. I'll be totally honest with you. I think he thought Rayo was like a pushover.
And a soft-handed motherfucker didn't have no punch power.
Yeah, he found out. He fucked around and found out. And then by the time he figured out that the game plan was the wrong game plan, it was too late.
Yeah, because people still, I think a lot of people, and I wouldn't even call it recency bias with that. I just think they take, that Chris Colbert loss and try to define Rayo off that Chris Colbert loss. And it's like, if that's what you're doing, you're looking at the wrong thing. You're definitely looking at the wrong thing because right after that, what happened? You beat the brakes off that man. You feel what I'm saying? So,
bro, listen, man. Styles make fights, weight classes. Look, when he fought Colbert, what were they fighting at 130?
Yeah, I think so.
So, they probably had that man at a weight class. He outgrew it. And now look, he championed at 140.
Mm-hmm.
So, shit like that happened, but that man definitely he earned it. But like if he beats Gary Antoine Russell,
bro, honestly, I got him beating Russell, man.
What does Russell's career? Where do we do with him?
Like he's the gatekeeper for some of them younger niggas that might be talking about coming up to 140.
So the Russell was because what happened to the smaller brother, the one that got knocked out?
He ain't coming back now.
You think he done? He might as well become a trainer.
Basically, I can't. Like I said. I think this is the fight, and I don't remember where I said it or typed it in or said it too. But I said I think this is the fight that finally retires the entire Russell family from boxing, because you ain't gonna have nobody viable. And if Antoine loses, then bro, what are you doing? He could just stay in the game, man, because I think people want to see him. You feel what I'm saying? He might be able to come back and, I don't know where he goes. Maybe he doesn't belong in 140. Maybe he belongs at 47 or some shit like that. I don't know.
Do you think them niggas should? Because this shit is hard, bro. When you've been doing shit one way for a long time, do you think they should entrust themselves, their box, like their training with somebody else, so they don't have to do so much?
That's what I think the biggest issue is with the Russell family boxing style, and sometimes this happens with when you have the family dynamic of everybody being involved. You start training inside of a bubble. You feel what I'm saying? And if you're not willing to bring in more than one set of eyes or different whatever, then it can lead to a problem. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'll take this as an example. I'll use the Benavidez family style of boxing, which created champions, versus the Ennis style, the Ennis family style of boxing, where you had two older brothers that were basically a little bit more than a glorified journeyman and didn't produce nothing. And the son, his best attribute is being elevated to a champion. You feel
They turn the Benavidez side,
and then you look
both
at
of them champions.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you look at the Garcias,
which ones?
Not Danny Garcia family.
Oh, you talking about Robert? You talking about
Yeah.
Robert and his dad?
Yeah.
Everybody over there, Great Bear.
Yeah.
Great Bear niggas.
So you
look like this when you train. You look like this.
Exactly. So it's like, bro, you got different dynamics. And
I'm so hard in that bitch, nigga.
Yeah, and different people being willing to see different things, and sometimes you may not be able to get that because y'all so used to your style and training the way you train, because it comes from the spearhead being so locked in and hard-headed about what he feels is your style of boxing. And I think that may be the issue with the Russell family style of boxing.
But see, here's the thing too, though. Even though when you say the Boots and the Benavidez family, right? If you pay attention, you see Benavidez going over there like and taking, like, they only show us 5 minutes maybe of what niggas was doing. How long you think them niggas, once they get back into the element, even though they not, and they teaching now, they want to, like Andre Ward teaching Benavidez shit, Roy Jones teaching Benavidez shit. And then when you hear Benavidez Senior saying, like, yeah, if David is open to, like, I'm open to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. They say, listen, I can get you here, but if these are the guys who are the specialists at these particular things. If you really want to be that guy, I could bring you here, and then you start working with the specialists, and then you come back here, and then we mold that into everything.
Yeah.
And there is nothing wrong with that. That's what I think fighters should be doing. This is why, in my opinion, I applaud, so far the 2 different trainers that Devin Haney's been working with. I like the fact that he's been working with Tunde, because I think he's a great trainer. It's just that Anthony Yard as a talent may have reached his glass ceiling. You feel what I'm saying? But that doesn't take
Anthony Yard's a fucking heavyweight, bro.
I think so. I think he should be
a cruiserweight.
Yeah. I think the 75 pounds is not doing you any.
Right?
Yeah,
he's too muscular.
Yeah,
and he passes out in the late rounds.
Exactly, and I think
all right. I thought I was tripping.
That's my issue too, and my biggest issue over there is, Tunde is not a real fan of sparring. I don't know why. I think he says some shit that you work too hard and that fighters are too prone to injury or for sparring sessions if they get out of hand. and blah 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 yada yada yada. I get it. That makes a lot of sense. But the fighter still needs to get in there and try some of that shit in a real world type situation. Um, but outside of that, you know, um, dude that he was fucking with that was affiliated with Mayweather's camp and then going there fucking with Tunde. Okay, you're showing everybody that you want to be complete. So when I turn around and then I look at, you know, what's going on with the Gary Russell family, it's like I don't see where there's this willingness or you guys even talking about other trainers to come in and or work with other specialists to come in and say, this is your flaw. Let's fix that flaw. So now that's one more tool you have in your toolkit is, you know, this flaw you had is no longer there and we replaced it with something good, which is a tool that you can pull out. I'm not seeing that. So when it comes down to the elite level or guys who are bucking or in the conversation of moving into the elite level of boxing, I can't put Gary Anton Russell in that category because I don't see it.
All right. So before we go to the next one, anybody else got something to say about the David Morrell, David Benavidez? Because I'm gonna skip on to, you know, Clarissa Shields has a fight the day after that. How do y'all feel about that, if at all?
I heard about it, but I didn't think it was actually going to do or anything like that. But I'll let somebody else talk about it. Who's that?
I mean, the girl just looks strong as hell. That's all I know. The girl looks stronger than a motherfucker. Other than that, I don't know who's gonna win that fight. Probably Carissa.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think I believe Clarissa. I mean, I haven't seen the girl, so I'm just gonna go off of just biasness right now until I look in it. But it for me, they're moving Clarissa right. She's still moving the correct way to whereas the end goals are always going to be met, and that's the win. So I'm not sure how talented the person she's going up against. You feel what I'm saying? This might be, you know, I'm getting a belt, but it's still a showcase fight, or I'm fighting for undisputed, but it's still a showcase fight. I think that this fight's supposed to be for undisputed or some weird shit like that.
Yeah, because
she got one belt.
But on the women's side, you can. This shit is I don't even. I think you can defend belts in different weight classes, damn near, and then light heavyweight, heavyweight, some shit like that. Because not enough is whatever, man. But anyway, I'm like after that is there's a few fights in between there. You got the biggest name probably is like Derek Chisora and Otto Wildland. But basically, after that, Bernacek versus Keyshawn Davis for the WBO lightweight title. I don't even know on undercard what we got with that.
I'm still rocking with Keyshawn on this one. Although at first I was predicting a easy fight for Keyshawn, but then when I started to like really look at the dynamic of it, I think this fight is going to be a lot harder than what's being predicted because I don't think Bernacek's coming there to lay down or sell his belt, and I think he feels that he can knock off the talent that's coming at him with and all the hype that's behind Keyshawn. That puts him in an excellent spot. You feel what I'm saying? To whereas he can either retire a unified champion with a good name, with a couple of good names under his under his belt. But I think if he wins this fight, he sees himself being able to fight for that IBF vacant belt. So I don't think Bernacek's coming in there to lay down. I think he might be looking at trying to pull off some extra veteran type shit that Keyshawn may not have seen, especially coming from a European fighter and that European fighting style.
Well, to me, I just think I think it's pretty much they think that man gonna win that damn fight. Real simple, real easy. I ain't gonna say real simple, but they pretty much they just think they don't think that Bernacek got enough for Keyshawn after that. I pretty much, if Keyshawn looks spectacular, right? He looks spectacular in the fight, and when it wins the belt, what does Shakur have to do to not get leapfrog when it comes to a tank fight?
That's going to be the hard question, because I'm also saying it like this, and I don't want people to get it twisted. You can have a tough fight and still win in spectacular fashion. We've seen people in tough fights and then, close out the fight in spectacular fashion, to whereas they completely control the second half or whatever. But if it's a tough, really, really good rock'em sock'em fight, both of them are going back and forth, they both walk away with the moral victory. Nobody's going to take nothing away from Bernacek and say, yeah, this is what we expected of him. And it's only going to say, look, he was challenged in that fight by the reigning champ. The reigning champ was not letting his belt go, easily. And he put up a great showing, but Keyshawn rise to the top, outshined his best performance, and that's the type of thing that that puts him more so in the line for the tank fight, because I didn't go in there and whitewash him. I made it interesting enough, entertaining enough that it's a good lead up and a good performance to build off a tank fight. Now, sometimes we see fighters go in there and have these spectacular performances, but these spectacular performances don't make for the type of conversation that builds a good fight. You know what I'm saying? You go in there and you knock the guy out in the third round. Does that really build up a good tough fight? Versus, yeah, they went 11 rounds or 12 rounds in a grueling match and back and forth, but he was always able to etch him out type shit. No, I'm just waiting for my shit to stop. Yeah, but basically that's what I'm saying. It's like, if Keyshawn can win a spectacular fight, in my opinion, even if it's a tough fight, he just has to, show superior boxing skills. And in this weird ass age of things like that, shit like that does make sense. But when you talk about the type of spectacular victory that some people may be expecting, they're expecting like a 118, 111 type card or some shit like that, to whereas Keyshawn may sit the guy down, or the dude gets a standing 8 even though he wasn't knocked down. It's just Keyshawn put that much put hands on him like that. Yeah, you could go out and do it like that, but you show out and show up too much, sometimes it doesn't get you the big fight. You know what I'm saying? You give them enough, sometimes those performances get you the big fight. At the end of the day, it's all about the W. But where does that go with a Shakur type situation?
Yeah, bro, you gotta prove like if Keyshawn wins the belt, right? And he wins the belt convincingly, like he wins the belt convincingly. Shakur, you have to do a master class on a contender coming back because you saying that you at 100% right now. Your hand don't hurt and all that shit. I've been watching.
Yeah.
You've been doing a little match room shit and all that shit. So
got a lot of interviews out there right now, Shakur, and you saying a lot of stuff.
So, like, what do you have? Because you're not the main. Like, we gonna decide will there be a new champion, or will Carlos Adames step up to the plate and be a real champion when it come to him and Hamza Shiraz?
Yeah.
So we're trying to do something at 60. That's gonna be Rock'em Sock'em. We got Virgil and Madrimov. We think that's gonna be Rock'em Sock'em. We got Zhang over here. We think whenever Zhang fight, it's gonna be a battle. Batista fighting. Joshua Batista's fighting Callum Smith. So, I mean, bro, like, and then in between you fighting Schofield, there's Carlos Adames.
That fight can't be. That card is not meant. The way that card is structured, it's meant for, to be on the edge of your seat type of performances. So
they put him at the right spot, bro. Listen, they put him at the right spot. I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah. Because that's where the time when you probably gonna get hungry.
You go. So they trying to cook in the thing that if Shakur is controlling the pace of the fight and making the fight boring or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But listen, I'm saying it like this. If you telling everybody your hands is whatever, you're gonna school them, you're gonna take them to class, you're gonna do X, Y, and Z. You feel what I'm saying? It's like Shakur. I don't know what it is and where do you take your lessons to say, listen, say what you just need to say, and then go in the ring and do the damn thing. You don't have to sell me on some master class in boxing. Everybody already has that impression about you that you're a master boxer. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have to sell me on that. What I'm asking you to sell me on is the fact that you're gonna just go in there and perform at the levels that we're accustomed to seeing you perform at. So constantly telling me you're gonna do X, Y, and Z, and you're gonna break them down, and you're going, all right, then you're doing the same thing that happened with Artem. You building up, you said a lot of stuff, and then you didn't perform, and then people said you were boring. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, I don't know, man. It's like stop trying to sell us on things that we don't need to be sold on with the fight. We already know who you are as a fighter. After that, just, say, yeah, he's a good fighter. I'm, blah, 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 this, and that. Hopefully he brings the best out of me. I'm looking to bring the best out of him. And we just have a really good fight. Okay, cool. I'm good with that. All yeah, he's not on my level. I'm going to do this to him. I'm going to do that to him. So you're admitting that out of the toughest fights that you could have had, you're actually going with the easiest fight you could have. So that's what you're telling us by constantly saying all of this other stuff? You actually ducked a heavier competition to take an easier fight?
Oh, Shakur?
Yeah. Because you say things like, he's not on my level, watch, I'm going to school him. I'm going to take him to class. I'm going to show him that this and that with boxing, and show him why I'm on a superior level. Okay. All right. Then why couldn't you just give Zepeda the time? Because Zepeda would have been the type of competition for the way you talking, we would really want to see that from you. What you
Well,
telling us? What the,
maybe he what the fight's February 22nd. Maybe he fights Zepeda in May, June. Then he can think about a tank fight. Because right after you fight, bro, because you're fighting on a major card, and what are you? What? Oh yeah, after right before Dane Dubois, and then the main event. So you need to show up and show out, my nigga, and make yourself be known on that card.
yeah,
Since you saying all of this, like I
and
just
that's
seen you
that's the
eating a
part
bunch
I'm
of
talking.
chicken. I seen you be eating a bunch of chicken over there in London.
But that's what I'm talking about. You have to now that you keep, telling us X, Y, and Z, you back yourself into the corner to whereas the expectation is so high. You sold us on this performance that's gonna be at this unbelievable Super Saiyan, fucking Ultra Instinct level that if you don't carry that out, then you put yourself in the harm's way of the criticism. And then it takes away from your performance. So we don't get to notice your performance because everybody's disappointed. It doesn't mean your performance wasn't excellent or noteworthy, but to us, we thought we was going to see something that was unseen, unheard of, or make everybody once they talk about the fight after the fight is did you see when he did this? Like how the fuck do you pull that off? You feel what I'm saying? Like when we looked at Bam Rodriguez's last performance, right? His last performance, in my opinion, was amazing. You feel what I'm saying? He really showed different levels of the guy he was facing. And Bam said at the end, "Yeah, I learned my lesson. I learned not to talk too much, not to try to sell things I don't have to sell, and just go in there and perform the way I perform. This way, I don't have to put myself out there to making mistakes because I'm trying to live up to something that I said." He was like, "I learned that, and when it came down to this fight, I just went in there to fight my fight, do what I do the best, and these are the results you get." And I was like, somebody tell that man to go watch what he just said.
Man, niggas ain't fucking with Bam. That's he one of my top 10 pound for pound, but like I'm still stuck between 8 and 10. But
Uh-huh.
so before we get up out of here, because we got, who y'all got between Virgil and Madrimov?
I'm still going with Madrimov. I
Yeah, I'm
think
going Madrimov
Madrimov.
on that one too.
Yeah, I think if you couldn't beat Boachuk, Madrimov gonna beat the shit out you. I'm you know, come fight week, I'm edging more and more closer to a Madrimov stoppage. I'm gonna
Me
put it.
too. I ain't telling you a lie. I don't think Virgil can fuck with him like that.
Yeah, me neither, bro.
I don't think Virgil can fuck with him like that.
Yeah, so
So like I think I'm really more on Ham. Goops, who you got?
Man, I'm going with I'm going with who y'all going with? Mad Jamal.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm going with old Mad, man. See what he got. I want to see if he can read. I want to see if he can break the curse because, like I said, ain't too many people to bounce back, but he ain't get beat up that bad like everybody else either.
yeah.
So, here's my question before we go. Uh, I'm gonna say this first. The other day I was on Twitter, so I was trolling a little bit, and Earl Spence asked Earl Spence why don't he fight Charlo or Keith. Basically, long story short, I got a notification that he liked the damn motherfucking tweet. So I'm about to be out here trolling on Twitter for a second, see what this Twitter like.
But who y'all want to see Earl fight next? Or y'all think he should? Or do y'all think he's done?
He gonna fight. He gonna fight Tim Tszyu at 160.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. What you say, Pop?
About what?
Who you think Earl should fight next? I'm saying Keith or Charlo,
Um,
and do it in Dallas. Let's make some money.
I think Earl should go sit his ass down.
Hmm.
I don't know if he can fight again. Be real with you.
He goes up to 160. Get that Tim Tszyu fight in Australia. He'll be all right.
If he goes up there, I mean, and then again, we like, okay, cool, Earl. That's 13 pounds. Like, prove you like that.
Yeah.
Cause you ain't got to fight since you got your ass whipped.
Earl should fight Charlo.
No, I mean, if we gonna say all this other shit, Earl hasn't had a fight since he got knocked around the ring. I mean, knocked around the fucking ring like he was a goddamn, you know what I'm saying? A little the shit when he was a little kid, we used to punch this shit and it bounced back up. That's what the fuck he got beat like. So we ain't
Earl,
seen you in the ring. Who's your trainer? Are you in great shape? Like, come on, man. Like, nigga, if you don't,
We're
whatever.
gonna go
Tim
to Kenny
Tszyu.
Porter. We're gonna
Tim
go to
Tszyu
Kenny
been
Porter.
talking about going up to 160 for a minute. Tim Tszyu been talking about that for a minute. When you really look at the
Hey, I got
landscape,
a call. I'm gonna hit y'all back.
when you really look at the landscape of 54, right? When you really look at the landscape, Errol or Tim Tszyu really can't compete at 54. If they both go up to 60, fight at 160, they'll be at a heavier weight or whatever. That fight happens in Australia. It's a win-win. It's what makes sense for the actual for PBC or whatever, because when you look at, you know, if he fights Charlo, you feel what I'm saying? Literally, Charlo ain't fought at 54 in almost 3 years, or just a matter of years or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So, um, Charlo is not even in a position to compete at 54 anymore, because you know, uh, you got the three, or maybe you could say the four horsemen of the Europeans. You got young Fundora looking like he may be coming in to learning how to fight with his frame and shit like that, bro. What is there? And then you look at young Xander Zane, and after them, then you're looking at a young Joseph Brown. You're looking at a Charles Conwell. Like, what is really there for those guys? So once you really look at that mix, the only thing that makes sense is those guys that I just mentioned. You niggas get it on at 160, because y'all can make money at 160 without even looking at a belt, because y'all got the biggest names at 160. So that's where I'm saying, I think it's gonna happen. If he comes back, he's actually gonna come back at 160, fighting possibly a Tim Tszyu first, because Tim Tszyu might be shell shocked, and Tim Tszyu been talking about 60 for a minute. 60 might be a hot division in the next year and a half, based on whoever goes up there. You know what he's saying?
So I mean, hey man, Earl want to move to 160. Hey,
I got no, you know.
Who y'all got between Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker?
I'm going for Dubois.
You got Daniel Dubois?
Yeah, I got him. Mm-hmm.
Hey, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't get in and hear what y'all was talking about, but I got to get in on something because we ain't talking about this. Nobody said shit about it. Why nobody tell me about Boots and Stanionis? Or did I miss that?
Yeah,
No, we ain't cook on that.
Okay, so I just watched Bozy take a picture. I'm watching somebody like check that out. I'm looking at Bozy take a picture with Bud. You know what I'm saying? They doing their little thing, and then they see Bozy talking about Stanionis and Boots is fighting in April.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fighting.
Oh, okay. See, we ain't talking about that. I didn't know that was happening.
We said that last night.
Did you? I probably was. I was on one last
You was
night.
high, nigga. You was high.
Yeah.
I mean, even though we talking about that, man, that's the fight that's well over fucking due.
Well overdue. Now, do you think this is gonna be Stanionis moment? Because he's been waiting. He's been taking step aside money. He's been motherfuckers be getting hurt on him. It all this and what we gonna see out of a Stanionis? Because I got a feeling I know we're gonna see out of Boots.
I hope that
We
Stanios
gonna
comes
see.
out.
We're
hope
gonna see greatness come. We're gonna see greatness come from Boots.
I hope Stanionis lives up to his name. You know what I'm saying? And goes out there and represents himself properly. You know,
Shit, I was just saying. I
should be
was
a
just
good.
saying for Boots. I hope the
Yeah,
same for Boots.
I think Boots gonna go out there and do what he do. Regardless, he does that pretty much every time. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and represent himself. You know, I believe he'll do that
Yeah.
regardless. But Stanionis, that's my only question right now. You know, since he's
Stanionis bring that pressure on there though, and they say Boots can't handle pressure. What do you do?
yeah, that is true. But I don't know. I mean, can he handle Boots' power? How's Boots going to
AC,
approach this situation? Is he going to come in
AC.
there and be aggressive, or, shit like that?
Yeah.
Hey, so what you thinking? Hey, Boots and Stanionis.
I'm gonna say it like I've always said. I don't think Boots could beat Stanionis.
I knew that was coming. I just wanted to see you was you gonna stick to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sticking.
here. Hey,
I'm sticking to the
it's
guns
here.
because, like I've always said, the person that makes Boots work from opening bell to closing bell every second of every minute of that 12-round fights beats him. Could possibly stop him once it gets to the later rounds, because again, he's one of those people that I see boxing in a bubble. Like when I look at what you do, I see those tangibles that's telling me you're boxing in a bubble. Although I see you do put in some sparring with some good people, and you got some, some notable names that you went to different gyms and put in work at those gyms and shit like that. At the end of the day, um, sometimes it's just a matter of saying this. Okay, what style? I get where you're gonna be the bigger, the bigger, naturally stronger guy, naturally more athletic guy, and things like that. But stylistically, there's something off with you. Are you the type of fighter because of that bubble? Y'all have difficulties trying to find sparring partners, or you may not be looking for sparring partners that can mimic that European style as well as a person like Stanionis can fight it. So I'm looking at a family dynamic versus a style that is actually legacy. And that's at the end of
Wow.
the day, those are the two biggest tangibles that I'm going to be looking at and saying, all right, coming off that, stylistically, who has the better style and who is more polished at it? Can I say Jerome Boots and this is a academic of the Philadelphia style of boxing? Can I say he's an academic of that? Not at all. Jerome Boots Ennis has developed his own hybrid style. It's like a hybrid of East Coast boxing meets Philly boxing. You feel what I'm saying? But there's still flaws there that I think Stanionis does have the power. He does have the footwork and the ability. You feel what I'm saying? To give you serious problems, and you might slip up and get caught up out there. If I'm wrong, then we'll see. If I'm wrong, we'll see on fight night. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm particular on this one because I would probably say at this point my favorite fighter at 47, the guy I like the most, the guy I'd like to really watch. Whenever I could find one of his fights online, I'll watch it, and that's Jin Sasaki. So I would want. I don't know out of the two I would want to win, because at the end of the day I would hope Jin gets a shot at the winner of that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he been talking shit.
Yeah.
So, Turbiev, Bivol 2. Who you got?
I'm still going with Peterviev. What you got, Gooch?
I'm leaning toward Bivol.
Okay.
I bet you is.
I'm leaning to.
I bet you is leaning more towards the boxer than the damn brawler, just because Bud gonna whoop Canelo ass, right?
No, I'm leaning towards, because
Shut up. I
like
should
you
shut
said,
up right now, right? I should shut up, right?
like I said, I want to see what the boxer gonna do. You're right. I want to see what the boxer gonna do. It ain't got to do it, Bud, on this one. I just want to see what if the boxer can hold it off.
Because if Bivol do it, Bud can do it.
I'm like,
you know what? I'm not. I thought we was leaving. Hold on. I thought we was leaving that alone. I thought we weren't talking about that. I told you. I'm just saying.
I'm trolling you, bro. Before we leave, I'm just trolling.
I'm going with my guy Bivol on this one.
All right. Hey, Crush, you still in the building, or you? Because Crush be on 3 different panels at once. So, I don't even want to talk about what you call, because then that's like a whole nother fucking show. I'll get to that either later on or tomorrow. But
what's that?
We get up out of here, man. Because we got. Listen, man. Anybody watching on right now, the playback, the playback. Don't miss it, man. So Cold, Steven Nelson tomorrow night, man. Hold on, wait. Let's be for real. Hold on. We ain't even got a guess. Yes. Fight card starts at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So check your local motherfucking listeners. Act like you ain't no nigga. If you come from where we come from, they said this on every TV channel we watch. So check your local listeners. The Zone. It's in Nevada. Come on, man. The man went from prelims to main event. against a motherfucker that look like if he run too fast, he'll take off and start flying. Come on, y'all. In the right wing. Started
Yes,
like
sir.
that boy is. You see it on the screen. That boy looking like a Lamborghini coming down the street with two doors open. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
You got
No,
jokes.
come on now. I'm talking that shit. Come on. We got So Cold
Yes,
Steve
sir.
Wilson versus Diego Pacheco. The future they want to cast upon us. And you also got Andy Cruz. And hey Gooch.
What? What's up?
I don't know if you've been paying attention to Keyshawn's
His
YouTube
vlog.
channel. Yeah.
Yeah, I fucks
Oh,
with it.
okay, so then you saw the last one?
I'm trying to think what was on it. What I just seen the one when they was in the pool. Was one after that?
Okay, well, there's one when the guy, that one when the guy he mushed in the face and the sparring.
Oh, nobody didn't see that.
All right,
Oh
there's a
yeah,
guy.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he told that guy trainer. He said, "Hey, tell him to chill on the Andy Cruz shit. We can talk about that later. I'll play it for you."
Yeah. But at the end of the day, man, this weekend right here, and just these fights coming up soon, for this weekend, questions will be asked and questions will be answered, and that's on both So Cole side and Pacheco side. Either one of these guys
Somebody
could bring.
gotta go.
Yeah, and the way it's being the big channels are promoting the fight is this is the fight for the guy who inherits the 168-pound division. So this fight is actually becoming bigger than I think what was first realized. And this is something that we covered as, this as diehard fans that we are. We were like, oh, this fight is huge. This fight is going to determine, who's potentially going to own that division once Canelo gets up out of there. You feel what I'm saying? So at the
Remember
end
what
of
I
the day,
said? B&B. This is B&B's year.
yeah, I mean the
Even though I
question,
had my trolls on there last night.
yeah, I'm saying it like this. Um, this is chess in real life because if B&B, could capture this bishop and shit like that and do what they got to do, then it puts B&B gym as like the gym that if you're an up and coming fighter or you just a fighter that want to sharpen up some shit, then you trying to get on the jack and you know see if there's room for you in B&B a couple of nights a week or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? But you want some of that B&B training with you if this is the type of fighter you are. If Pacheco and them win, it says a lot. I mean a hell of a lot for what Benavidez Senior got them boys doing over there. Because you got Jose, who was doing this thing. You feel what I'm saying? You got David, who was doing his thing. And now you got Pacheco. So they're establishing themselves. And this is a gym race. And it's a race for supremacy at 68. And it's definitely going to tell a story of who's who out of the two, who really deserving of that. I may troll my dude. You feel what I'm saying? From that side of town and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because So Cold was out here looking like a gentle breeze and shit instead of being so cold. You know what I'm saying? Got to get everybody to come fuck with the youngin. But it is what it is. I'm gonna say my trolls and I'm gonna keep it like that. It's so bad out there. The police don't even want me to say it because they out here coming for me.
Damn, I'm gonna leave you. You know what? You know what? We'll see tomorrow. We gonna see tomorrow. We
Hey, what
gonna and
time's the
like
fight?
I asked,
What time's the fight?
shit, y'all time like 4 o'clock.
Well, 4 o'clock your time.
No, your time.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up.
But you
Yeah, I
said
got.
7 o'clock. You said 7 o'clock Eastern, right? Smoke. Smoke. I believe it's 7 o'clock Eastern.
Okay.
7 o'clock East.
Yeah, if it's 7 o'clock, then yeah, it's 4
Yeah,
o'clock.
7 o'clock Eastern time, bro.
Yeah, it'll be 4 o'clock. I got an event that starts at 7, so damn, that's gonna be pushing it. It is what it is.
Yeah, so before we
I
get up,
wanted to. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say before we get up out of here, because Blue, yeah, he pulled up kind of late, but we always about to do 3 hours in on this one.
Oh, it's all good, man. You know, it's all good.
So I was gonna say
All
before we
good.
get up out of here for the fight tomorrow, because I'm very impressed with anybody go from prelim to main fucking event. So what y'all got for tomorrow, man?
Yeah, I know what I got.
Well, I'm going for So Cold. You know, I just don't. I mean, I respect, Pedraza. I mean, not Pedraza. Pacheco. I respect him. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely, because he didn't have to take the fight or So Cold. So he's
I got
young,
so
hungry.
cold washing his ass.
Hey, say less, say less, say less. But I think So Cold gonna just put in that work and do what he got to do. With the mad scientists behind him, they gonna pick him apart, man. And I'm gonna be honest with the way that So Cold is so hungry right now. He gonna be just listening, soaking up the game that Bomac's gonna be putting out there. So it's gonna be a good fight. I think that So Cold gonna knock him out in the latter end of rounds. TKO at least.
Huh? That's a lot.
Not really. I mean, I think he's gonna put in that body work. He's gonna do what he gotta do. He has good body work.
I mean, you saying that? I mean, this guy is supposed to be the damn guy like that. Like they putting the money behind him.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Pacheco's got a good chance, man. He got a good team, but Bomac is when it comes down to it, Bomac is he's undefeated when it comes to Benavidez Senior. You know what I'm saying? His fighter versus their fighter.
That part
You know what I'm
is.
saying?
That's
So
true.
That part
so
is.
what? So when you think about it, no matter what, it's gonna be a fucking chess. It's gonna be a chess match, and I'm telling you, they've been studying and they see what we see. If they see any holes, Bomac gonna be on it. So you know what I'm saying? Just like same vice versa. You know what I'm saying with their squad. You know what I'm saying versus them. Pacheco's team. They gonna see holes. They gonna try to exploit it. But it's just gonna be. I'm just thinking that this man is really hungry, and it meant when he took his motherfucking shades off, man. You know what I'm saying? Had to let that young man know. I'm not up for play. So it's gonna be a good
Hey
fight.
man, I got Center 10 too, man. It's almost 4:30, man. I'm gonna hit y'all up in a minute. Hit me up later on, man.
Everybody land their
Oh yeah.
plane, man. We about to shut it down, man.
Shit, man.
Hey,
Hey,
I
keep
got,
on
like I
doing what
said,
you're
I got
doing,
So
man.
Cold.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. It's all good. On to the next one. You know what it is.
Man, one love, one love. Thanks, Pops, man. Once again, man. Like I said, y'all know I got So Cold for tomorrow. It's gonna be a great fight. Hit me up, man. We're gonna chop it up.
Anytime, bro. We gonna shut it down, man, for everybody to pull up. Hey man, make sure you watch the fight tomorrow, man. Real. I don't know anything else to tell you. No extravagant shit. Stop bullshitting. Watch the goddamn fight.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
You know what
still
I'm
say
saying?
it like this. I'll be the person that's going against the grain here, because I'm just going off basically what I see and what I've seen in the stats that I'm looking at, and I just don't see any way really So Cold beats this kid. And tomorrow we gonna see if Diego Pacheco is really what he's supposed to be. You feel what I'm saying? He gonna put the pause on So Cold and get him up out of there, because you know you're not supposed to, as a young fighter, this is the guy you don't go after, but you going after him. So there's got to be something you see that you really want. You feel what I'm saying? You see that, I take this guy out, their whole, the division is mine. All I need is just this one name. You feel what I'm saying? So they both looking at it. They both looking at it as, you know, you're in my way for something that's bigger. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that the young buck really has anything to lose and shit like that. So therefore, I think he goes in there, fights his heart out. You feel what I'm saying? And he's not taking So Cold lightly, but he's not saying that from what he's seen in the man. You know, I'm not seeing anything that makes me feel like you're any more of a threat than other competition. And competition-wise, I just don't think So Cold has faced the level of competition that Diego Pacheco has faced. I would question a lot of So Cold's competition, like, yo, bro, you is trash. So, so I'm just gonna keep it a being like that. You know, I don't think he's ready for it. So, on to the next one, bro. Great show.
Yeah, man. Hey, Crush, you got anything you want to say before we get up out of here, man? Ain't no telling Crush doing, but yeah, man, we about to get up out of here. Crush, anything you got to say?
Hey, man, rub me my money when David Benavidez whoop on Morel ass. That's all I got in the betters.
On to the next one, man. I'll see y'all later, man. I'm gonna get back with Lord of the Rings, man. I'm gonna see what the hell he doing, man. Like, I don't even know that nigga still in the damn country, the way he be moving. So give me 1 second. We're gonna get up out of here with Stack versus Starks. Part of that woo shit.
Shit, rock star shit. Radiohead and all them niggas, all them fly names. Yeah, Green Day. Van Halen, Metallica suit. Yeah, Ozzy. Shout out to Ozzy. Yo, Wallows Chris, the duffel bag got a straight meal. Black Onyx dice, I'm off in the grill. Party and bullshit, the gun got a full clip. Stop running your trap, you get gapped for that loose slip. Triple goose, look like an OJ glove. And them Gucci seats in the jet is nothing but love. Push cover shove, I'ma burn a half an ounce in the Skylark. Ice cold Dosakis, I don't fuck with the land shark. AMG Bach with the glass steering wheel. Petrified wood dash with a crystal windshield. White tires, gold diamond flakes in the paint jar. Shit so sexy when you look, you get your dick hard. Impeccable, I'm more than intellectual. Dart throwing dawn that'll stir fry your vegetables. Tone candle, murk your grandma. For them dead presidents, you should never bite the hand, Paul.
Wu-Tang style. I could still remember it clearly. Do tell me, your father was a good Wu-Tang martial expert. There's not many who can match up with him. Even the 10 Tigers find him very hard to tackle. That came as one man lead.
Bijan Chow, I've been waiting here for you.
Yo, Wu-Tang, I'm razor sharp like jump stars. Killer bees swarming attack, one call from Ragdoll. Plug in Haiti, I'm speaking prices of brand store. Take a couple keys with thighs and put the pants on. I'm never dry on my block, this spot is sandstorm. Drop a couple dollars on customs and where we land strong. 50 grand on your hat, and now your man's gone. I'm in the beacon, I set it off on the dance floor. Homegirl smuggling drugs, stuffed in the tampon. Dirty cops out in LA, they like the brand club. OG brilliant box, we call it handoff. I'm in the Hamptons, half baked from Canton. rest of your life. My diamonds dancing, desert storm like ransom. Ghostface and Risen connect. I make the anthem. All my homies full with that bread, they throwing tantrums. Who the champions, Hall of Fame and Ken.